Welcome. Oh, is it ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, he says ready. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Open Discussions, where it's spicier than a midday summer. I'm going to pass it over to my boy, Ariel.
Producers, man. Producers, bruh. Welcome back to episode number 2. Thank you guys for joining us today. My name is Ariel Delgado, where we talk about a lot of these controversial topics, dating and relationships.
Yep.
So we have our guests. Please, your name, age, occupation, and relationship status.
Whoever wants to go first.
We start with you.
My name is Kimberly. I'm 30. Don't judge. And I have a day job, but I also model, act, and I have a podcast.
Okay. Relationship status?
Single.
Single. Looking?
I don't know if you would say looking. I'm not like
Searching.
Trying.
I was
Okay.
trying too hard. I was like, okay, I'm done. Trying too hard.
Well, we'll dive a little deeper into
I
that.
want to hear that.
Hi, my name is. I'm 35. Oh wait, what was the question?
Name, age, occupation, and relationship status.
I do makeup artist, and single.
Okay.
You said that with a single with the side. That was not a good side. That was not a good side.
Emphasis on the S.
Yeah. You have to let it be known.
Single.
Yeah.
Right into it. So
Okay.
real quick, you said that you were trying before. So how was it for you trying to be in a relationship or looking for a relationship? Like, how were you trying?
It was
What were you
more
doing?
like I was, kind of in a situationship, but it's like always one person wants the relationship and the other person doesn't want the relationship.
Yeah.
So I was actively trying to be with this person, and
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
it's like the hopes and dreams.
So you put in the effort, but he didn't.
Right.
Okay.
I put more forth the effort for a relationship.
Yeah.
But he didn't want a relationship like that. So
How long was that situationship?
it's been like a year and 5 months,
Oh, okay. So you're still in the situationship.
pretty much.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, so you're in it right now. Okay.
Got you.
I'm in it, but it's like I'm trying to
Get out of it.
get out of it, but it's kind of
trying to
like
get out of
it's
it.
a tug of war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toxic. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Why-
Oh, we're gonna
well,
talk about this all day
Yeah, I
long.
want to know, why is it
Yeah.
toxic though? Is it toxic on your end or his end? I know you said you're pursuing the relationship and he's not. So there had to be like some red flags that you didn't catch at the beginning to realize that he wasn't ready for a relationship. Or how
He-
old is he too, by the way?
He's younger than me. He's 26,
Okay.
so
Mm.
He's a youngin'.
he still wants to live his best
Yeah.
life, and I'm at the
Okay, that
age
makes
where
a
I'm
lot
like,
more
Oh, we're
sense.
talking about that
I
for
was
sure.
like,
Makes a lot
I'm
more
like
sense.
ready,
Yeah.
Them
and
youngins.
I know he's
Okay.
not ready. And I was, like I said, I was living on hopes and dreams, but I think I'm to the point where I'm just like, you know what, bro, I'm not gonna force shit anymore.
Okay,
like,
was this your first guy you were like maybe trying to pursue that was younger than you?
no, I don't know why I attract younger men.
Oh, okay. So younger men like you. Oh,
Probably
okay,
because I
gotcha.
don't look my age.
Okay, gotcha.
So
Yeah, you don't look 30.
Yeah. No. 100% you don't.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
look 30.
And neither do you. But
Thank you.
But,
Well, you're not. She's not 30, but you also don't look your age either.
Thank
no.
you.
Yeah. So what about you? How come you're single? Have you been looking? Have you been searching?
Single
How's
with
that
a
going?
sigh.
Yeah.
A sigh. There was a sigh in there.
Put me on the spot.
Yeah.
Well, I've tried the dating apps like Hinge, Tinder, and never been on one date, like, ever. We'll just message, we'll exchange numbers, exchange social medias, and like send a few messages. I'll be like, what are you looking for? What exactly? And then I'll tell them what I'm looking for, which is like something on the serious side. Like, I'm older, I have 3 kids. Like, I'm not trying to waste my time and sit here and have another baby daddy or like another useless relationship. Like, for what? Like, waste my time. And I'm just like, nothing. Like, most guys don't want anything serious. Like, they just want to.
Even guys your age don't want something serious.
Nope.
That's a good question.
Okay,
to
no,
see.
yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it.
Like
Yeah.
a guy that is on the same page as me. I don't know. It's rare.
It's tough out here.
Do you want to ask the first question or
No, you can go ahead first.
Okay.
I'll go after.
So, all right. So we're gonna kind of just open the space a little bit, right? Basic question: what is it that you look for in a man? What are some qualities, some traits that you look for in a man? We'll start with you. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know. Well, like we just like. I mean, as long as they like have a job, a good head on their shoulders, respectful, you know, gets along with their family, like family guy, gets along with kids. I don't mind if they have kids or no kids. I don't mind because, you know, most people are like, oh, I don't want a guy that doesn't have kids because that's a red flag. Or if they have 3 kids, 3 baby mamas, I don't want that. Like, I really don't mind because I can't judge because I have 3 kids and that's just like them judging me and being like, oh, I don't want to talk to her because she has 3 kids and 2 babies, you know. So I don't, respectful, nice, sweet, caring, affectionate. I don't know, like just like as long as there's a vibe, we get along, we have a connection, we're able to keep a conversation, and like I don't know, that there's just a vibe there, I guess, or we get along.
Okay. Yeah. So it's the interaction really, like.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
So the amount of money he makes does not really matter.
No, it does not matter to me.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I could be with a guy that has like a lot of money, but he could still treat me like crap, or he can be disrespectful. He could be a cheater, a liar. I don't look at the money, like as long as he's not like not trying to do anything with his life. Like if he's just doing drugs and then yes, that is like not a no for me. I mean, but other than that, it's like I don't care if you have a job that you're not. At least he's trying, you know. Yeah. So I don't know. I can't judge because I'm not in a place where I want to be yet. So
no, that makes
can't
sense.
really.
I like that.
I respect that. That's cool. What about you?
Well, for me, I'm not a gold digger either, but I don't want no drug dealer.
Okay. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. Yeah.
So like someone, a good businessman. I mean, I don't really have a preference. Like I'm in the creative industry. He doesn't necessarily have to be in the creative industry. You know, just someone that supports me in what I do. And I've been picky. Like back then, I didn't want to date a man with kids, but at my big age now, everybody has kids. Yeah. So I'm kind of like hesitant, like maybe 1 kid, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess you got to pick your battles, right? So.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Why did you not want to date a guy back then with kids?
Because my friends closest to me, like my best friends, have kids, and they had kids throughout, like, you know, at the end of high school and our early 20s and mid 20s, and I see what they went through, like with the whole baby daddy, baby mama drama, and I'm just like, no, thank you. And then also, like, I grew up watching Teen Mom.
Oh yeah.
So that was another thing. I'm just like, I'm a big fan of this one girl that used to be on Teen Mom.
What's her name?
Kel Lowry. She has like 3 podcasts. So I like listen to her podcast. Okay. And like it doesn't relate to me, but I'm just like, oh hell no. Like that's something like I don't want to ever go through. So it's like I kind of like I know what I want and what I don't want. So I'm just like I just observe. And then my friends too, it's like they're always telling me don't have kids because I don't have any kids. So they're always like, don't have kids and stuff like that. So I'm at the age where I'm just like, do I want kids or, you know?
Wait, so do you want kids? You're 30, so do you want kids now?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm old-fashioned, so I want to get married and then have kids, you know? Like, that's how I grew up. I'm like, I'm Hispanic, so, you know, even though my mom didn't get married first, but that's just what I want, you know?
Would you be okay with getting with somebody that already has a kid but doesn't want to get married but wants to take you serious?
No. I want to get
married. So you like, so it's a cultural traditional values, right, of a man
like,
wanting
I want to get married. Like all my cousins, like I'm the oldest girl cousin and they're both married. Yeah. And that one just had a baby and one's pregnant. And here I am like, hey guys.
Here we are.
And they're both younger than me, you know? So it's like they set the tone for the family, like us cousins, like, you know, married, then had kids, and that's what I want.
Yeah.
I would argue that you're actually in a better spot than them, being younger, being married, and having kids. I would argue that. But, I mean, for your perspective, you might actually want that. Like you said, a little bit there, it sounds like you're a little, what is it, FOMO, kind of fear of missing out a little bit because they're getting their lives started, like with their family and everything, and you're like, dang it, I'm 30, I don't have it going yet. But you're actually dodging a lot of bullets, because there's a lot of guys out here that are just gonna play with you, and you're dodging the bullets by just saying, hey, I'm not even gonna go into their direction. And maybe you don't realize that now, but like from the outside looking in, I could tell that you're actually dodging bullets by not getting with some of these bum guys. Because maybe they're starting a family with their kids and everything like that. But who's to say in 2 years later they're getting a divorce? And now she's 24 with the kid, going through a divorce. Now she got a baby daddy. Now she's going through all that, and you're actually not having to deal with that. So you actually have a upper hand, and you don't even realize it. Maybe just because the age that y'all like.
Society says, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the thing is, for me, is to not go with society and go with what's going to make you happy. So I think that's the whole thing in this whole thing, is finding what's going to make you happy. Not, oh, my cousins are getting married, I need to get married. No, you got to go on your own track. Because obviously, if that's the case, you should go get the job doing what your cousin's doing, right? But that's not the case, because you're going to try to do your own creative thing.
Right.
Go ahead, Eric.
No, actually, that was actually going to lead into my question was, are men more afraid to commit in the relationship and look into marriage? How do you feel about that? Why do you think men are like pulling back from marriage?
No. What do you think?
Why do you think? Why do you think men are not wanting to commit nowadays?
I don't know. I feel like, what do you mean, like the younger guys or just any age?
Just
20,
in general,
30s,
in today's age,
the guys you're dealing with.
Yeah.
I feel like, hold up, I'm not dealing. No, I ain't dealing with nobody. I don't know. I feel like they just want to have fun, have multiple women, or just have like a friends with benefit. Like
sounds fun.
They just they don't want no type of commitment, because they don't want to hear no nagging. They don't want to like hear accusations. They don't want to hear like, oh, where were you? Why didn't you answer your phone? I feel that these men, like, they don't want that. They don't want to be committed to one lady. They just want to do whatever they want, go out, party, drink, get drunk, do drugs, whatever the case is. Like,
I can argue that, right? Because what guys are you meeting, right? Because there's not every guy's out doing drugs and alcohol and partying, right? I think it comes down to who you're actually meeting. Now, you mentioned that you also go into dating apps and you've tried all that. Are these guys intentional? Are these guys being intentional with you, or are they being deceiving, right? I think it's like a fine line between that. Guys who are intentional, they're going to be transparent with what they want, right? Whether they want something serious or they just want to have a good time. And so that kind of leads me into the reason I feel men are not wanting to commit is because of what comes after that when it comes to marriage, right? Now, I don't know, again, the kind of men that you're dating and all that, but a lot of the girls that now in today's age, they're not wanting to just settle with someone who is quote unquote average. Mm-hmm. So we're talking about like high value men who are in the 10%. The 10% are guys who are making six figures and above, right? And a lot of the times these guys who are in the 10% or even 1%, it comes with a lot of bullshit. It comes with a lot of that infidelity. It comes with a lot of that, like, you know, I'm going to spend more time with my boys and all that, which I can also argue that I think it's a good idea to spend more time with your boys than it is with your girl. There's a lot of things behind that, and that's a whole different conversation. But I think that a lot of the times now, you know, if guys are going to commit, they're looking at, especially the 10% or 1%. Well, I have all this. I've built all this throughout all my years of life, mainly my 20s, built my way up to in my 30s. A man's peak years or prime years are from 30 to 35. A lot of people can argue that too. And people, you know, guys are saying, well, I've been building my way up to my 30s and I have all this, I'm making all this money, and now I have to commit to one woman, which is great. I have nothing against that. But the moment that I slip or something happens within myself and I have no longer that support from my woman and she gets attention somewhere else or she sees the value in someone else, we're getting divorced. And what happens? Half of what's mine, or actually what's mine, goes to half of now to her. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like you're building something and that's being taken away. Now, this is all systemic. This is all part of societal programming, right? Where it's like a lot of guys actually are going to not, they're more leaning into getting married just by the church and not getting married within the state. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why get the government involved or the state involved when, look, if we're going to get married, cool, let's do it by the church. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. Or a lot of guys are going in with a prenup. I don't know how you guys feel about a prenup, but it's kind of saying, look, whatever I had before I met you is mine, but after I met you and whatever we build together, that we can split. You know what I'm saying? There's like that fine line. I think that's why a lot of guys are not willing to commit into marriage.
It's the risk to reward.
It's the risk to
ratio.
reward. Yeah.
It's just
Because
like, am I willing to give up everything I built for this woman? It's almost as to a point where it's like, I could low-key replace you if it didn't work out. So why would I give up everything I built for you when it's just the risk to reward is not there, if that makes sense?
yeah.
Do you feel as if the men, when you were younger, were not the men you were trying to attract? So basically, like in your 20s, were y'all going out and partying? Like from what age? From like 20 to 25, or was it like 20 to 30, or what age was it for?
25.
Okay, so those like first 5 years. Okay, gotcha. What about you?
I would say, like, yeah, mid 20s.
Mid-20s.
You were like still partying, or like that's when you were like, oh, I'm gonna take it a
No, I
little
was
bit
still
serious?
partying. I partied in my 20s because I was sheltered in high school. Like, my parents had a curfew on me. I couldn't do anything. And so when I look back and I'm like, it's because that's why I didn't get to do that in high school. While everybody else was partying, I was at home. So that's why
You were like, I gotta go.
I
I'm gonna
didn't
go
start
explore.
going out until I think I was like 23 maybe.
Okay.
So yeah, that's when I started going out. And then like,
Were you going crazy?
I
Like-
would say it was like,
Like-
yeah, 24, 25. I think
Yeah.
I was out there like
Wilding?
every weekend. I would go out. Like, me and my cousin, we were roommates. So she's like the one that's married now that just had a baby. She's a year younger than me.
Oh, okay.
So we were going out and stuff. But it's like I'm saying, like, we were going out and she found her husband. So I don't think partying has to do anything with that. Like, she found her husband on Bumble.
On Bumble?
I know.
Hey, that's
Literally.
good. Good for her. I mean,
Like-
it's hard to like. We will go into dating apps, but like dating apps itself, I mean, that's good for her.
But
No,
she's
we'll
more,
go into
I would say she is more like the grandma because she was allowed to party in high school.
Gotcha.
You
So she
know?
got it out of her system.
Right. And then so as I was still not ready to, I guess I wasn't ready. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so do you believe that everybody, or I guess you could say girls in y'all's reference because y'all are girls, would you say that women go through a hoe phase?
It's a serious question. Yeah, that's a good question.
That's a good
Do
question.
they go through that kind of phase? Do you think it is? I mean, do you think it's real?
I think
Like, 'cause-
everybody, even men.
Well, I don't know if
But
I don't know
is
if
it?
men can be
But
hoes like
let me
that,
let me
though,
let
to
me
an
ask you this.
extent,
Actually,
that
that's
aspect.
it's a good way to kind of go into it. But being a quote unquote hoe, right? It's not the same thing as being a playboy, because that's essentially what a guy is a playboy when he goes out and dates multiple women. I think it's viewed differently. How do you feel about that? Should it be viewed the same? A man being a playboy, being a hoe, or a girl going out and,
Doing
I mean,
hoe
it depends
activities.
if like the man is like having sex with all of them. That to me is like a hoe. Like if he's just trying to date and get to know each one of them and see which one he like is really interested and wants
Yeah.
to like pick and be like, oh, I really like this one and cut off then no, that's a good,
that's being selective, right?
That's
Yeah, it's being selective.
That's dating.
Yeah. But I would argue that also, I would say it's harder for a man to go out and be a hoe. It really is.
Way harder.
Way harder.
Way
No, it
harder.
really is.
No.
It really is though, because look, we have to put in work. We have to slide into girls' DMs and invite them out to dinner and take them out to drinks and all that, right? It's almost like an investment.
Just
It's
to
it's
get a-
crazy, but
just to get
So
a
why
date.
why do men not want to do that? They want the women to
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we want that. That's cool. I mean, I'm all about it. I went through my dating phase and I've been selective and all that. I don't mind, I know what I'm going to spend that night. I already have an idea of where we're going and all that. But I'm saying is, it's harder for us to get the date. It's harder for us to get someone to say, hey, look, we are willing to go out with you. You're trusting in us. You feel safe enough to say, yeah, I'm gonna go out with him. Right? It's a process. Whereas women, I'm sure you can go in your DMs right now, and you got a whole lineup.
There's like at least 10. There's at least 10 in both of y'all's DMs.
I'm sure you got a whole lineup.
I guarantee you, there's at least 10.
Left
For
on
sure.
red.
Yeah, left
For
on
sure.
red. Okay,
Let
but
me-
here, let's ask that. Why are they left on red? Because you're going off
I'm
of the
not
perception.
interested.
Maybe, but
We're
why?
not
Are you, not, you don't know if
interested.
you're not interested because you're going off the perception of social media. You've never met this person in person.
Well, you don't know that. What
Okay,
if they're trying to run the block again? Like, been there, done
Okay,
that.
well that's different. I could understand
like,
that.
you had your
that-
chance. I was a different person. Like, what?
I could understand that if they're running the block.
2018, like, we talked in 2018.
That's 6 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I recently had recently someone's like, when are we going to FaceTime? Can I FaceTime you? Like, bro, what the fuck?
Just a waste. Like they just
Yeah, it was
it's just
like
a
we
waste of
talked in
time.
2018. I liked you back then, but doesn't mean I like you now. Like,
Yeah,
we
waste
already
man.
had our time together. Like,
Yeah.
it just didn't work out. But he's constantly like,
But he
when am I
might-
going to see you? Or when can I do this? I'm just like,
He
wait,
might be
We
a
hang
changed
out,
man.
Like,
Yeah.
He might be a
I'm
changed
good on
man.
it. I'm not even attracted to him like that anymore.
6 years
Doesn't
later, I
seem-
don't know. 6 years later, I don't know.
Hey, people change in 6 years,
He's trying
man.
to spit the block.
Yeah,
That's what
for
he
sure.
was.
Yeah. I get that. Okay. Yeah. So, all right, let's kind of go into dating apps, right? So, how do you feel about dating apps? Personally, I mean, have you experienced it? Have you
I'm
gone
not a
through?
fan.
Not a fan?
Why are you not a fan though? You just don't find matches because, like she was saying too, she didn't find a lot of good matches.
I just feel like it's a waste of time and just sitting there like
Yeah.
messaging
constantly just like, well, whatever, swiping left, whatever you do on those apps. So, or
X,
right, I don't fucking know.
Heart.
It's just,
But I'm sure. Look, women.
it's boring. I don't.
For women, it's open season on dating apps. It really is.
Okay. Y'all can pick any guy.
I got a
Okay.
question. So, do you consider Instagram a dating app?
I feel like
Instagram's the
Instagram.
biggest dating
I
app.
feel like Instagram is a dating app,
Yeah.
but for me, I'm just on there to like, you know, promote my
Of course,
my
yeah.
podcast, my acting, my modeling. Like that's what. For me, it's like business. But when someone tries to like slide in my DMs or something, like, if you're not talking business, I don't want to talk.
Okay,
I get
so
that. Okay.
That's not the
Yeah, yeah.
mindset you want to try to find your husband.
Yeah, no, for
That's
sure, no.
not the mindset you
Exactly.
want. That's not what you want.
What about you? How do you feel about dating apps? Don't like them?
Nothing. No dates. Nothing. Like, what's the point in matching with me? And you don't want to take me on a date and get to know me. Like, what was the whole? Basically, you're just telling me right there that you're looking for one thing, and I cut you off. Don't get mad because I ghost you, or they text me, like, you know. And I try to give these men like the benefit of the doubt, like even if they're not my type, because people say, oh, well, you're going for the wrong man. Like, give a chance to someone that's not your type, that you don't normally go for.
Venture
and
out,
that's what
yeah.
I do. I try to, okay, this guy, he looks like a good guy, like no tattoos, like he's dressed like business casual, like, and I match, and then it's the same results. I'm like, just like, you know, texting here and there, and then, oh, like, come through, and I'm just like, come through for what? Like, like for what? Like, I already
yeah.
come through
All right.
for what?
Yeah,
He's
come
like,
through.
I'm in Grand Prairie.
That's
like,
crazy.
You gonna come through and see me? Like,
Yeah.
and like, who knows if you're gonna like do something to me? Take me on a date first, at least. And I'm not even asking you to like take me to like Perry Steakhouse or
Hey, Paris Steakhouse is
Moxie's,
fire.
Fire.
or
Komodo.
like, take me to
Yeah,
Olive Garden.
SDK.
Hey,
Take me to
chilling.
Razoo's. Like,
Yeah, more chill.
Look,
Yes,
look,
like,
I'll give you
Factory.
cheesecake.
Watch the sunset.
Cheesecake Factory.
Something like
Exactly.
that.
Look, you know what?
Yeah, there you go, baby.
You know what? I don't.
To watch the sunset.
You know
I
what?
love the sunset, bro. Y'all gotta be kidding
You know
me.
what? I don't blame you. There's a lot of lame dudes on there. 100%. There's a lot of less masculine people, or a lot of less masculine guys, especially on these dating apps. Do you know? Actually, I looked it up, but the statistic for Hinge itself, there's about 64% more men than there is women on there, and on top of that, 52% of men swipe right or like, I guess you can say, whereas women only like or swipe right 20% of the time.
Yeah, they only swiping. That's all they doing. You don't look good.
No.
swipe.
Yeah,
You
they're
don't look
swiping
good,
left.
swipe,
Exactly. So
swipe.
they're not, you know what I'm saying? It's open season on dating apps for women.
straight for women.
Whereas for guys, it's hard. It really is. But I get you, though, because there is a lot of lame dudes on there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, you know what I'm saying? These weird dudes who
And
come off
then-
way too strong.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And then, like, it clearly says right there in my bio, do not waste my time. I'm looking at long term.
Pull up the hinge.
Long term.
Pull up the hinge.
I have 3 kids. Like, I'm upfront. I tell the truth about everything. You want to know how many kids I have? What, you know, how old I don't lie about none of that. You want to know my and you read it right there. If you don't want to, you know, something serious or long term, swipe just X on me.
Yeah.
Please.
I feel like your situation is a little bit harder because of the kids and just because of your age. And just speaking from a man's point of view, men love to just build their own foundation and empire. So with you having other kids, like the baby daddy's almost at a point doesn't even matter. It's just the kids at a point, because now you're asking a man to give up everything he's got to help build your family up and those other men's kids. Men would rather build their own empire with the woman, get, you know, first kid, second kid with that same lady, and then go from there. So for your situation, it's a lot harder to find a man that's willing to give up the extra stuff that he has for your situation. Not saying you can't find it, but it's just going to be harder. That's why you have to look for the better, like look in better situations. I feel like you'd find the love of your life walking in the grocery store, but you might not give him a chance because you're over here looking for apples and oranges, whatever it is. Like, you're just so focused in, you're not even looking at him, or whatever the case is. You're not reading his eye contact and him already, like, eye contact tells it all, but you'd be so intertwined that you're not really focused on it. Like she said, she wants to get married, but she's so like, screw all these guys, I don't want to give them my attention, I just want to focus on what I got to do. But when you focus on what you got to do, you're not attracting the man that you want because you're so focused and dialed in on what you got to do, which is okay. But when you're also, like we said, I know you're not searching, but you would want the love of your life to come into your life. So how do you allow them to come into your life? You got to just open up a little bit more, branch out there a little bit more, go to better places, not just Hinge or wherever the case
Not
is.
just
like,
7th Street.
Yeah, not just 7th
No,
Street.
Oh, 7th Street's crazy. Hey,
I do go to Target and
Hey, Target would be a good
that's cool
place.
too.
Yo, I've
Target,
seen some
I don't
nice,
know.
beautiful ladies in Target, and I'm just like, oh, I should say something. But
That's
I'm like,
to
nah, I'm
find.
not gonna
Yeah,
say something.
y'all can easily find a woman at Target.
no,
Yeah.
but
No, we
guy
cannot.
ever
No,
approached
it's not that. It's not that
me.
easy.
It's
I mean,
literally not that easy.
It's not that easy.
Because y'all are, like I just said, y'all are so dialed in on, I want to
Yeah.
get the shampoo and go. I don't want nobody to approach me. So that when y'all don't want nobody to approach you, you're not even letting your opportunities come to you. You're just
I
pushing them all the way. Boom, boom, boom.
No, that's
No,
how,
I be
that's
looking. I be like, oh, he's
that's how I
kinda
am
cute.
if I go out.
Yeah.
Like when I go out. Well, now, let me say now. When I go out now, like I'm there to just enjoy myself with my friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't approach me. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna shake your hand. I'm not gonna introduce you.
That's so
Like-
hard.
That is, yeah.
I'm
Because,
just not,
yeah.
I
As
just
a
want to.
guy.
I just want to hang out. Like, or especially if you try to talk to my friend, she don't want to talk to you. Then you come and talk to me.
Okay.
Oh,
I get that.
that's
I get
crazy.
That. I get that.
I'm
I
not gonna-
completely get it. Yeah. I
That
get
literally happened like probably like
Yeah.
a couple weekends ago. Like you just try to talk to my friend, and then you come over. She you know, said no, and then you come and try to talk to me. Like I'm not gonna sit here and shake your hand. I'm sorry. I know that probably sounds rude as fuck.
Yo, these
but
guys are wild. No, that's actually not rude.
don't like
If a
come
girl-
talk. Like you try to talk to her, but then you come try to talk. He wasn't
But
even
that's
cute.
what I'm saying. Like, these dudes sometimes they're lame as hell. Like
Yeah,
their
exactly.
game is
That's
super lame.
lame.
That don't even
Yeah.
make sense. Like if a girl, me and him were hanging out, and a girl came up to Ariel, and then she right after he said no, came up to me. I'd be
Exactly.
like, yeah, I already know what's up. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
no,
trying to talk to you.
no.
I get that. That is pretty dumb and lame at the same time.
Okay, cool. You got a question?
Oh yeah, my question. I'll go back to my original question.
Yeah.
Do you guys, or back in the day, did y'all have friends that were hoes? Or do you still have friends that are hoes now, or that you hang out with, or that you would consider a friend?
You do.
You do.
You have friends that are hoes.
She looks at you like, she's like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
No,
All
I'm just
right. Cool.
Well, I know a few.
a few, or you got a handful.
Why?
I'm
Is
just
this
asking.
a trick question?
It's not a trick question,
It's
but
not.
it just it plays into the part of, I know you've heard the analogy where it's like if you hang out with 5 poor people, you're gonna be the 6th. If you hang out with 5 rich people, you're gonna be the 6th. It's all a matter
Gotcha.
of time. So it's just if you're hanging out with all these girls that have bad habits, bad mentalities, toxic habits, toxic things, eventually a lot of the stuff they say, the conversations y'all have are just gonna wear off on you, and you're not even gonna realize it because nobody's like watching the movie. If that makes sense, like nobody's watching y'all's situation, y'all's conversations for you to see. You're taking bits and pieces from her.
It's a lot of the times those girls are the ones that like kind of tell you, oh no, don't talk to that guy. He's, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll just
And then she'll go right behind your
yeah,
back
she'll go,
and
yeah,
talk to that
yeah.
dude.
That's
Yup,
a lot of
that's what
times
they
how it
do.
is.
That's
That sounds
exactly
like
what
you've
they do.
experienced that.
I
Yeah,
told her don't
That's
text
what
him.
is that what it is? Yeah.
No,
She
but
said, hold on,
I
let me see something real quick.
Yeah.
Let me find out.
But I have like different friend groups.
Yeah.
Like I have my
friends, and then
I have like my closest friends
okay.
that are, and then I also have like my creative friends.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So, and then they all like age range. I have friends that are like early 20s, mid 20s, all the way to like mid 30s. So every single one of them are in a different spot in their lives. Some are getting married, some are married, some are divorced. Yeah, so it's like not all of us are the same. I have like couple of single friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Have you ever thought about asking your friends that are in relationships where they found their boyfriend or husband?
I ask my clients all the time. My makeup client, I'm like, where did you meet your husband? Or they're like, oh, at the
church.
gym,
mutual
friend.
friend. A lot of them are
church.
mutual friends. Yeah.
That's actually where there's about, I think it's 49% of like people's matches that they find their husband or wife, they find them through mutual friends. Just about a lot of the time. Like even my parents, they found each other through mutual friends. So it's like the mutual friend thing is a good idea. I just think a lot of friends they're like, oh, I don't want to talk to your person you're offering me. Mm-hmm. Like he's not my kind. But it goes back to what you said before. Let me just branch out a little bit. I know he's not my preference, but let me just see. Maybe he's going to treat me right. And girls don't want to even take that chance. They're like, oh, he's not what I want. Next one. And y'all are always going off of looks. Strictly off of looks.
Yeah, for
guys,
sure.
we go off of looks for the majority of everything we want to an extent, but that's when it comes back to the first date. Let me see where the first date is at, and let me see where your mindset's at before I even see if you're going to be a little smash pass or if I actually want to take you serious. That's how we do it for y'all. Y'all are completely opposite. You're like, as soon as I see this guy, oh, I'm taking him serious. Or you see him, you're like, yeah,
actually,
serious. I'm just trying to smash.
Actually,
And even then, it doesn't come to that.
I have a question.
What?
Do y'all men put women in categories?
Oh, for
like,
sure. No, 100%.
Like she's just a friend.
No, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Like
not
off
too
the
many
bat,
friends,
like when
but-
you meet them off the bat, it's like I already know I want this person just as my friend in my life.
Well, we don't think, oh, I just want her as my friend.
Yeah,
Guys don't
no,
think
we don't. Yeah, we don't think like that
We're
at
not
all.
just like,
But
oh,
you
I see
put-
that girl, I want her to be my friend. We will never think like that.
Nah.
So well, how do you put them in categories then?
I just told you. Well, you're gonna be, you look really good, but I would not take you serious. So I'm just gonna smash you.
Why
Or
though?
you
It could-
look
it could
really
be-
good, and
it
I
could-
want
For
to
what
see where your
reason?
principles are at.
It could be a lot of things, a lot of reasons,
Yeah.
right? It could
But we're
be
just going off looks at the beginning.
it could be how she's dressed the moment I see her. It could be how she's displaying herself, how the conversation's going. If I meet her on Instagram, whatever the case is, how is her Instagram looking?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
What is she posting?
Yeah, what she's posting. Exactly. I mean, I could judge someone quick off of
Easy.
that.
Like if I see a girl and she's posting all these pictures on the beach in bikinis and etc. and at the club.
She went to Dubai. She went to Miami. She didn't go alone.
She
didn't go alone.
She's not one of the ones you would want to even take serious because that's not the representation I would want for myself. If that makes sense. Like you are representing me through your social media. So if everybody sees your whole ass all over it and they can see what your legs look like, your thighs,
Okay,
your
what
stomach,
about like gym pics? And
that's a little bit different, to an
different.
extent
I
because
think,
girls can go overboard with that as well.
Yeah, they can.
They can, just depending on what it is. Because even at
I
the
don't have
gym,
any
I've
beach
seen.
pics.
Well, I'm just saying in general, we're talking about these girls off of just profiles.
Right.
Like when you see these girls with those profiles, you're just like, yeah, I would only want to just smash you. And even then, us as men are so at fault for this because there's so many women that are famous because we make them famous. If us as men would just keep our hands in our freaking side and not put it in our pants, none of these girls would be famous. They would not have as many followers. They would not have all the attention that they have. There's so many girls that are famous for nothing.
That's
nothing.
Like that Hawk 2 girl.
That's a big
that's
issue.
another one.
That's a big issue, which I honestly like. I mean, I was kind of going to tie into that, but I feel that Instagram now, you open up Instagram, it's legit porn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or corn. I want to call it corn.
Yeah, it's
right? It's legit corn, right?
All the
where
leaks.
just because of YouTube. But yeah, it's legit corn, right? You see it everywhere and every girl's like half naked. So how do you feel that Instagram or social media has affected in real life relationships? Do you think it has affected in real life relationships with men?
Social media, yeah, because curiosity,
Yeah.
you know, just by seeing like, damn, she looks good.
Yeah.
Let me slide up. But for what though?
Yeah.
You have your girls at work about to come home to you.
DMs, like
you know?
low key.
It's just curiosity.
Well, it was just like you said, like with the dating apps that we have options. Y'all have options too on Instagram, Facebook. Y'all be adding random girls that are pretty fine,
But
big
listen,
butt,
but
big
you just hear what I
boobs.
said? We're just doing that because it looks good for us. Like we are like, oh, she looks good, follow. She looks good, follow. We look good.
Yeah.
Like I said, if we as men would stop giving these girls the follows, they would not have the attention. They would not have their OnlyFans accounts. They would not be booming. Like their whole career would almost be gone because we're not giving them the likes. We're not subbing to their freaking OnlyFans account. We're not giving you that $20 a month.
Yeah.
And it's all because of us. A lot of these women would not even be known. There would be a lot less strippers. There would be a lot less OnlyFans. There would be a lot less, what's the other one that these girls like to do with the truckers? You know what I'm talking about? I don't even want to say the word. It's that
I
I know what
same
you mean.
idea.
Okay. No, I get it.
Escorts.
It's a good point, right? And it's a lot of these dudes, like they have nothing going on. They're just at home, not doing shit, right? I mean, playing video games and all that. I know nothing against playing video games, but unless you don't have like your life together, then okay, cool. But to his point is a lot of these dudes less masculine, more in their feminine era, I guess you can say, whatever, right? Yeah. So these dudes, I mean, they follow all these girls and give them all the attention. Now, I would also argue that there's some benefit to actually having good-looking girls in your friend group as a guy, because it does come with a lot of networking after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you have some girls in your circle who are either bottle girls, who are, you know what I'm saying, like they're up there. They know a few people, they'll invite you out, you're hanging around that group, you're networking with guys who are making this kind of money. Now you're building your circle. So there's some benefit, right? But I don't know, I agree with that. I don't think you should just be following anyone around and that's how your Instagram like looks, right? Which actually leads me into another question, right? Say you meet a guy, either on Hinge or a dating app or in person, and the date goes great. You guys exchange Instagrams. He has 300 followers, but he follows 1,000 people, and out of those 1,000 people, 80% are women. Does your perception on him change? Is he less attractive to you?
I don't care how many like followers he has, but
Let's go 200. Let's just a lot less, but he follows 1,000 people and 80% are
like
women.
a lot of females, I'm like, dang, yeah. I don't know if it. I'm just like, I just keep that. I'll keep that in the back of my mind.
She's like, red flag.
Red flag, yeah. Yeah.
How many red flags do you have to get before you're like, next guy? She's on like 20 right now. She's
Yeah, I'm
like
on the
20
20th red flag right now. Shit, I should have walked away last year. I don't even.
For me, it doesn't. I don't really care.
If he has multiple women on that he follows?
I don't, because I mean, I follow a lot of people on Instagram and Facebook too. I have a lot of guys, but I don't like be in their DMs or anything. So unless like we're on a serious level, then maybe if he's like, DMing those followers and trying to do stuff with them, then yeah. But if we're just like you said, went on the first date and still getting to know each other, it wouldn't really matter to me.
Okay, so where would you want a guy to approach you if he was gonna approach you? Is it the gym? Is it the grocery store? Is it the club? Where is it?
For me, I really don't. It doesn't really matter to me. As long as, if he's interested in me, approach me. Like, don't be scared. Like you said at Target, like you say that I'm like, too busy like looking. Yes, I'm shopping. I'm looking for what I need to get, but I'm also like looking at my surroundings too, or who's in the store, what people are doing, or, and if I see a cute guy, I'm like, oh man, he's cute. Like you said, that's what we look at for. Well, I feel like everybody does.
Yeah,
First impression is,
what they look
looks,
like.
what they're wearing, appearance. And I'm like, oh, he's cute. And then he'll just like look and then look away, or he'll stare, but they'll never approach me. I don't know why. Like, I don't scared and like y'all don't know what to say,
No,
intimidated.
I think it's the law of averages to an extent, where it's like, do we just want to walk up? Oh, for instance, if he hasn't asked any girls out this whole week and he just sees you and is like, oh, I want to ask her out, it's the law of averages. If he would have asked 10 girls out, then maybe you would say yes. But since you're the only girl he's asked out that week, that law of averages is saying you're gonna say no. So majority of the time, guys are gonna be like, oh, there's no point. That's literally one of the main reasons why we'd probably be like, yeah, let's go the other way. or we're probably.
But
too
no,
busy.
he can come up to me and be like, "Hi, how are you today? Like, what's your name?
Okay, but
are you single or you're married?"
okay, but it goes back to what you said before. If men want you, we're gonna make the approach. If you think he's cute, why would you not go and approach him and say something?
Because I'm shy.
You don't think men are shy? You know how many men are shy?
And I'm scared. I get nervous. Like, I don't
Okay,
know
so
how
it's
to
okay for you
approach.
to be nervous and shy and not know what to say, but if a guy comes up to you, it's not right.
Well, no,
You see
it
that?
goes both. No, you're
That's
right. It
both
goes
ways.
both
Yeah.
ways, but I'm just too scared. I'm nervous. Like, I don't have the balls to go up to a guy
Well, I hope
and
you
be
don't,
like,
'cause-
I can't go to a guy. I would freeze. Like, I wouldn't know what to say. I mean, I'm real, like, friendly or know how to, like, have a conversation like we are now. But, like, as far as going up and, like, can I get your, or, hey, what's your name? How old are you? Like, are you single? I'm too, like, scared to, like.
You just start off with exactly what you said. Hey, I thought you were really cute. And I guarantee if you say that, he's going to already know in his mind, all right, I know where I need to lead this conversation to go. I'm going to talk it up like you want him to do because he'll take control of it. And then he'll be like, hey, can I get your number? What are you doing after this? Just by you saying, hey, I think you're really cute, he's already going to automatically know I need to start this conversation going. She already did. He already knows
Okay,
what
so
you
y'all
want.
aren't gonna think, oh damn, this girl's trying to smash.
Not necessarily because it's gonna go off of because then it goes back to what you said before is like on that first date we need to figure out what's the situation. Are you trying to
Right.
be
Yeah.
serious? You just trying to smash? What is it? Because now after that, now I know. Now we know
Right.
from both ends. Now I know once you came up to me, you said something, you wanted something serious. That's why you said something. See, it makes sense. Now, if it was the other way and you came up to me and said you just wanted to smash, our first inclination is, oh, she probably a hoe. So it all just I'm just telling
Not
you what
that
it
not
is.
that we would pass on it, but
No, we would not
you know what I'm
probably
saying?
pass on that.
Yeah, because a lot of the times, like if a girl straight up tells me like, look, I'm not looking for anything serious, and I'm expecting the complete opposite, like, oh, this girl wants something serious. But then she tells me that, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready to
Grass
go.
on the field, play ball, right? Yeah.
ready to
So yeah. Okay. Is there anything else? Go
Somebody
ahead.
in the chat had a question for Malik, and they said, how long did it take for your mindset to switch to this? Was it after having kids? Where-
For me,
yeah, I
my
guess,
mindset to change to what?
I guess they're talking about the direction of like where you're like, oh yeah, you guys can approach me at Target or whatever. You know, were you always like that, or were you more in a sense like a bit standoffish before having kids, and now that you have kids, you're in your 30s. Now you're like, okay, now I'm more open to this.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
They're asking when do you think that mindset changed? Was it when you were like 28? Was it when after you had your third kid and you were like, oh, I need to maybe, do this, do that? What age was it for you?
yeah, like 30.
30.
Okay, 30. Right around her age right now. See, there you go. I'm just playing. Real quick, do y'all want to refill, drink, take a
I'm
shot?
good right
Do you
now.
actually want to get one in? Maybe one. If not, it's okay.
I'm okay.
You're okay? Okay. Yeah, let's definitely have a drink though. But I have a question.
Did you want a little bit?
Yeah, that's fine.
I do have a question. Who are more than likely to cheat, men or women?
Of course, I'm gonna say men.
Sorry.
Men? Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Not me being biased here.
Yeah. Why do you feel like what would be the drive to infidelity? What do you
Are we
think?
still on live?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
still
okay.
on live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't.
Whole time
I
we're
thought
live.
we were taking.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah. What do you think?
Cheers. Oh.
It's over there.
Like, cheers the water bottle.
Cheers.
God damn, David.
Hey, I didn't
Shit.
mean to put I didn't mean to put a lot. I did the same thing to
Damn.
myself. I was not trying to.
What would be the drive to infidelity?
Either like not being happy in the relationship,
Mhm.
or
You know what? Let me pivot this question, and let me take it another step. Is a man's infidelity the same as a woman's infidelity? Would you compare it to be the same?
That's a good question.
well, I don't know why men decide to do what they do.
I can tell you why.
Yeah, we can all tell you that.
I can
But
tell you why. I can
but-
tell you exactly
Like
why.
when you're in a
but
relationship.
answer. But the question is, do you think it's the same? Would you view it the same way? As in, A man can cheat and is viewed the same way as a woman cheating.
I don't think so.
No?
Which one would be worse?
Yeah.
Men's or women's cheating?
Which one would be worse?
Yeah, your
Yeah.
opinion. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really say because I'm thinking about a friend that she was married and she cheated on her husband. And so her thing was because she didn't felt seen
Okay.
She didn't
by
feel-
her husband.
she
So
didn't feel-
she looked for attention elsewhere.
Right.
Yeah. So
So I don't know. I don't think that's the reason why men cheat because they don't feel hurt.
no.
So
Women cheat for that reason. That's one good reason as to why women do go
Yeah, I
off
can see that.
and cheat. What do you think?
What do you think is worse, a man cheating or a woman cheating?
Man.
Men cheating?
Why is that worse than woman cheating?
I don't.
It's just a question. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just
No,
Because,
there's not.
like,
It's just your
why
opinion.
not just be upfront and let your partner know, or your wife, your girlfriend, whatever, how you really feel, and then leave instead of just cheating? Like, why do y'all still stay with the girl and love them, but y'all go and cheat? Like,
'Cause we do love
Because we do love them. Yeah, we do love
We
them.
do love y'all.
100%. We can go off and have a good time with just about anybody, and we'll still
Yes.
come back home and still love you the same way.
Yep, still love you. We'll even love you harder.
Hell yeah.
okay, but why cheat though?
Because there's
'Cause
no
it's fun?
there's no emotional attachment to it. Now,
That's
I'm not
one
talking
part.
about no like below average, some bum who's out doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of your fault if you're sticking around with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a dude in that 10%, 1%. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a guy that you see above you, right? Because you're not going to date anyone who's below you. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to date someone who's less successful than you, right? Because that us guys, we don't look at success the same way as you look at success in a man, right? We don't look at the same way in that aspect for a woman. You know, you could be living a 9 to 5, just regular job, and we'll still fall in love the same way. But women won't look at a man the same way and say, hey, look, I'm going to fall in love with the dude out in Chick-fil-A working a 9 to 5. You're not going to do that. You're going to look for a guy who's doing better than you, right? And a lot of the times comes with that age gap as well, which was, I was going to ask you that. Why is it that you're dating someone younger than you? But, it comes with the age gap and it comes with the experience. A lot of the times women will go after guys who are doing better than them. Right? They won't date lower than them. And so with that, you going after a guy that's 10%, 1%, does come with the bullshit, right? There's a lot of guys, I know a lot of people who are VPs, who are regionals, they work for these companies and they travel a lot. They got a whole ass wife at home, but they do their thing when they're out traveling. And the wife knows this.
Flying the
You know what I'm
shark
saying?
out.
Because they're still, the wife's at home, got the whole family. She, you know what I'm saying? She ain't got to work.
She taken care of.
She
Kids
going out
are
shopping whenever
fed.
she want,
Mm-hmm.
and she's turning the eye, which like I said, it's not the same way as a man cheating as it is for a woman, because a man is not emotionally attached. A woman gets emotionally attached. She won't sleep with a man she's not attracted to.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? And if most of the time, like you mentioned with your friend, there was an issue at home. There was a problem at home, so she found attention elsewhere. Right. So it can't be measured the same way, because for us to even go out and cheat, we got to work for it. You know what I'm saying? For women to go and cheat, just go into
It's
your
easy.
DMs,
It's
bro.
easy.
That's
Super
it.
easy.
Go into your DMs and you'll go. Yeah.
No, because y'all could go to the clubs and get a girl drunk.
But you know
and
what?
Well,
Look,
that sounds so bad. Even then, if you're a guy, do
Yeah.
not do that. Do not go to the club and do not purposely get her drunk just to smash. That is
No,
horrible,
you don't do that.
Bad
Don't do that.
etiquette.
No.
Do not do that. If that is your intentions, you're roofing. Do not do that.
you're roofing.
Yeah.
Don't do that. She has gotta be willing if you're gonna do that. Gotta be willing. So
Yeah.
I think it comes back to a little bit is the man has it a lot harder because we have to do so much more work. I'll give you a good
So
example.
then
real
why
quick.
cheat if it's that much harder?
Because
That makes
it's-
no sense.
No, it makes all the sense, because look, a dude who's building his way up, and again, let's go back into the topic of the 10% and 1%. These guys are building their way up. They have money. They can go out. They go out to different states or different countries, and they can splurge a little bit here and there. You know what I'm saying? If they find a girl attractive, we ain't got to look into their personality, none of that shit. If you're cute, you're all right, we're in. Let's go.
Yep,
You know what I'm
it is
saying?
wild.
And that's really what it is. But there's no emotional attachment. I'll go back home. I'll fly back home and I'll go back to my wife and say, hey, look, baby, I love you. I had a great time. You know what I'm saying? I went to this country. I went to whatever, right? These South American countries. So there's a reason there's a passport bros movement going on. It sounds crazy, but we'll go into
So
that.
true.
But there's a reason why a lot of guys are going abroad to either find a girl or marry, because the Western side of the world is just corrupt with what society's trying to push. That's a whole different topic. But I still think it's not a guy who's in that 10%, 1% mark. It's okay for them to go off and do their thing and still come home and be a loving husband. Now, this leads me to another question. Would you break off a 10 plus year relationship because he cheated?
Here's a good example.
Married?
Married.
No,
Well,
you said
married. I don't know.
Let's say
Married,
that-
whatever.
I'll
Yeah.
give you a good example just because you have kids. Let's say you were with him for 10 years and you were with the same baby daddy with all kids and everything like that. And you were with him for 10 years and he cheated on you. What are you doing? Are you staying with him or are you, working through it? What is it?
It depends. I mean, if he's like obviously not gonna, I don't know. I would forgive, I guess, and try to work things out for the kids. And
Exactly.
So it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
So it's not that bad. But
it
if
is, but
now if it's turned around
If we flip
where we're in a 10 plus year relationship and our wife or a woman decides to cheat, I'm breaking it off.
Oh, yeah, it's done.
That you lost, you no longer have any respect for me. And we feed off of respect.
Yep. And it's just mainly because for a woman to have sex and cheat, she's allowed another man to basically conquer his kingdom. You are his man. You are the man's kingdom. And for you to allow another man to come into your body, which is his kingdom, and to conquer it is like, okay, it's done. There's no point. There's no point in even me wanting to be with you no more.
Yeah.
Because now you don't let another man come into what I thought was mine. It's not the same thing with y'all because we're not emotionally cheating. We're cheating for pleasure, just having a good time, fun, boom, boom, boom. Even the same way is for y'all because y'all get to pick and choose who you allow in y'all's bodies. We don't. We could hit up 10 girls right now. If they said no, we can't. You can hit up 10 guys, and I guarantee you 7 out of those 10 are probably going to say, yes, tonight I got time.
Yeah, come through.
It's super easy.
Yeah, come through.
It's literally that simple. I know you probably don't want to say it's that simple, but it's literally that simple. Guarantee.
Okay,
it.
well, what about like they end up with the person, the mistress?
Oh, that usually that never works out.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the mistress would be dumb to even think it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
Like that's like think about it. Oh, he's cheating on his wife with you, and he's gonna leave his wife for you. Why would you even think that that's even gonna work out as a woman? Like, why would you think
that's
that?
happened before, where
A lot of the
a
times
man
those
will
are.
leave his wife
And
to
then
be
he-
with the one he cheated on
and they end
the
up
wife with.
And then he goes and cheats on her with other girls as well. See
Well,
what I'm
the
saying? It just
problem
keeps
is
going.
that a lot of dudes can't differentiate their pleasures into what they have going on. If they have something built strong at home and all that, and they go with their pleasures, those are weak men. Those
Yeah.
are guys who are just bums. You know what I'm saying? Dudes who have weak-minded mentalities. You know what I'm saying? And so, again, this can be subjective and double standard and all that, but life is full of double standards. Okay, that's a good perspective.
So,
but
do you believe like you lose them how you get them?
I what? I'm sorry.
You lose them how you get them. Do you believe that?
Do I lose them how I get them?
Yeah, she said, do you believe in you lose them how you get them? So if you stole a girl from another guy that was in a relationship, that's how you would lose her.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because homegirl's already about it. She's already doing it. Yeah, 100%. And on top of that, if I see that, look, the way I approach things, and we're all just talking shit. We're all generalizing. This is how the world is moving.
Yeah.
Is this how we move? No. I mean, we don't move this way. But we're talking about it, right? No, 100%. If I see that homegirl leaves her man for me, I already lost respect for her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
No,
when
if
you
a
just
girl
try
was to straight up tell me and I hit her up and you know what I'm saying? I hit her up, she responds and she tells me, hey, look, respectfully, I have a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's the only person I care for, whatever. I
Complete
all respect.
Yep,
Yeah,
complete
100%.
respect. That's what
Yeah.
we would want our woman to do? Be like, yo, I got a man. I'm not even trying to cheat. Leave me alone, basically.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. That's what we would want our woman to do. Like, straight say no. Like how girls are always like, oh, be mean to the girls that come up to you, da-da-da-da. But you got to think, as a guy, we don't have girls just coming up to us every single time. Like, for instance, we were talking about the gym. Girls are not just walking up to us guys in the
No,
gym.
not at the
and
gym,
like,
nah.
hey, how are you doing today? You look good in those pants. No girls come up to guys in the gym. I remember there was a stereotype where it was like...
No.
Yeah.
I know. No one has come up to me. But I would also say that guys who go up to girls at gyms, it's the wrong place, man. I would say it's the wrong place, because it's less attractive for a man to lose focus on his gym workout to focus on trying to get a girl's number. I think it's more attractive for a man to be focused on his fucking workout and homegirls say, hey, oh, he's focused. And he's not paying attention to me. Every other guy is paying attention to me.
Yeah, I need to work out with him.
Yeah.
That's what they mean. Like, I need to work out with that guy.
Yeah.
That's literally how it is.
How do you girls feel about being approached to the gym?
I have been approached, but I'm not interested.
But why are you not interested? Is it because their bodies are not like how you want them to look, or what? Because like at the gym, you know, guys and girls are a little bit more revealing. You know, cut shirts, shorter, you know, whatever, shirts, shorts, whatever it is. So you would be able to see a guy's physique and be like, am I attracted or am I not attracted? Same thing with the guy.
Yeah, that's true. Well, no, it's just like the younger guys that approach me there. It's never a guy that like I feel that I'm like, ooh, he's like.
And that's when you should approach him. When you do see one, that's when you approach him.
The gym is not, no, I'm there to work out, and like I can't, I'd feel weird going in the gym.
So the gym is one of the worst places to ask a girl out, is what you're saying.
No, you can if you're interested. I mean,
see, but you're giving me so many big signals. You're like, yeah, don't do it. And now you're like, yeah, if you're interested, go ahead and do it. You can't be on the edge of both of those. It's either you want to get asked out while you're working out or you don't. It's like one of the two. Because now guys can't just see a girl and be like, yo, everybody's told me if I see something I like, I should go ask her out. And then you're like, nah, don't ask me out while I'm working out. Then he's like, yeah, I should never ask her out then.
I mean, every girl's different, though. They'll be okay with it, or they'll just say, sorry, I have a boyfriend, or sorry, not interested. Like, you know, I mean.
Here's a good question. So whenever y'all say y'all have a boyfriend, is that a lie? Just to not have the guy continuously talk to you? Or is that more just...
Sometimes.
Most of the time it is.
I feel like...
Yeah.
Most of the time it is. Yeah.
That's funny because I had approached this girl at the gym one time, and she was like, oh yeah, my boyfriend's right there. And then to come to find out, it wasn't even her boyfriend. It was like her best friend or whatever. So I was like, oh, you should have just been like, yo, I'm not interested. Like, that's literally all y'all have to do is just say, hey, I'm not interested. And we'll never talk to y'all again. So I don't know if it's because y'all don't want to say that so that we can keep giving y'all attention, or what's the reason why y'all won't just say, hey, I'm not interested?
Well, I actually did tell one guy, I was like, I'm not interested in anybody at this gym. I said, we could be friends, that's it. Like,
what
friends
is
from
though?
like friends at the gym. Like, I go like a gym friend, like, hi, you know, that's it. Not hanging out outside of the gym, nothing. You can have my Instagram, that's it. Like, I'm not interested. And the reason, like, sometimes we don't want to say we're not interested or sorry, like, I don't like you, is because men hate rejection. Like, they are scared of being rejected.
I would
Certain
say
guys,
certain men that hurts their ego and their confidence isn't that high. And
Dudes who are not as highly
getting
confident.
turned down is like completely normal.
That's a numbers game. It really it's a numbers game.
Also, some men don't know how to take a no.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
like, especially
Exactly.
over social media or, you know, a dating app, when you're like, no, I'm good. It's like, they'll keep trying, or they go off on you. Like, I've seen.
That's what I'm saying. Those
Like,
men
fuck
are
you,
just
bitch,
know,
you're fat
you know
anyway.
what's crazy? You know, like, kind of to her point, right? I can agree with a lot of the things that they're saying, because it's not a woman's fault as to why men feel this way. A lot of guys don't do their self-work, right? A lot of guys don't work on certain areas of their life to try to improve. And so they take these rejections as like, oh, well, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, they get super personal about it.
Yeah, like they're not good
Nah,
enough.
man. Yeah. I mean, I've been rejected multiple times. Not, you know what I'm saying? Not like social media and all that. Not recently, but hey, no. No, I've been rejected. But I don't take it personal, bro. It is what it is. Cool. You know what I'm saying? You and I didn't vibe, like you mentioned, right? Vibes is everything. But, you know, we didn't vibe, and that's cool. I'll move on. That's all right.
I like to take it as the opposite. If
Next.
she says no,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm glad I missed out on whatever could have been bad over there.
Yeah,
'Cause that's
yeah.
how I like to reverse it.
Yeah.
Not talk shit, but just
Yeah.
more on like, I'm glad I'm not gonna deal with that now because I don't know what it would have been. I like
Yeah.
to reverse it, but that's just the mindset that I like to have. A lot of guys don't have that mindset though. They're just like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. And now every time you see him at the gym, they be giving you, and they still be staring at you. I see it all the time. Wait, let me ask y'all a question. Do you think it's weird if a guy sees you at the gym or at Target, and then he just follows you, like a day later?
Follows you like.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
what do
yeah.
you-
I see what you
Well,
mean.
yeah. How do you know my name?
Oh,
Yeah,
follows
it's super weird.
follows
That's super weird. Yeah.
Unless I'm interested in him or he's my gym crush, then I'll be like, oh, okay.
Oh, but see, now it's okay for you to be a little creepy.
Well, 'cause
if
she's
I'm
attracted
interested
to
in-
him. Yeah, attraction is
well,
everything.
Because
Yeah.
I was too scared to go up to him or approach him, and then I'm
But
like,
how does he know your name? Like, how did you find you?
because he's a stalker.
No, I think honestly, everybody in the
Guys,
gyms
some
knows
guys, some look. There's ways on finding people. There's ways.
yeah.
If you tag a gym,
Mhm.
he'll go to the, you know what I'm saying, he'll look at that gym specifically, maybe that location. If he sees your tag photo, you're already on there.
He's doing his
Saying
research.
he's
Yeah.
doing his research.
His recon.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I followed gym guys too that I from different gyms, or I'll be like, oh, he's cute, nice physique, but I don't DM them. I'll like their posts, their stories, hearted, but I don't be in their DMs.
Nah,
like,
if you
trying to-
like and pose, that's game over,
That's
locked
on
in,
another
100%.
level. Yeah, that's on another level.
Yeah, because you're interested.
Yeah.
Oh, but
And
they
if
don't
you
DM
add
they
a
don't
d-
DM
if
me though.
and if you add a dude after you accepted his follow and you followed him back and you add him to your close friends, locked in 100%.
No,
Locked in.
I don't do
That's-
that.
it's happened
I
a
don't
few
think
times.
That happens all the time.
That happens to you. It's
You get
crazy.
added to the close friends?
Yeah,
that's
yeah, when you
crazy.
get added to the
That's-
close
that's too-
Let me let me ask you a question. What's the worst date you've been on? What was that experience like?
I haven't really been on like.
You said you have though. On Hinge?
I
No?
went to.
No, I said
Oh.
0 date.
Oh,
nobody
okay,
has
okay,
ever
okay.
from
Yeah,
the
yeah, she
app,
did. Yeah,
Tinder
it's right.
and Hinge. No,
That's
nobody
right.
has
Okay,
ever.
but you've
took
never
me
had a bad
on an
first
actual
date,
date.
or a bad date? Never.
No,
Never had a bad
I've
date.
literally just been on dates with my kids' fathers, and that's it.
Those are dates? Okay. You're
Yeah,
saying-
when I was like with them together,
Okay,
when
yeah,
we
yeah.
were still together. But
What
What about you?
I've been on like a blind date where like my friend set it
That's
up.
cool.
That's
What
fun.
was that?
So
though?
like I didn't know what he looked like or anything because I told her I was like I don't know what he looks like because if he's not attractive,
That's the worst.
if he's not attractive, I'm not gonna go on the date.
Yeah.
Right. So she set it up like she messaged him on the side. She messaged me on the side. She's like, okay, meet at this place at this time. He's wearing this color, and I went. It was cool. It was we talked, but he wasn't my type.
Okay.
I didn't find him attractive, but I didn't know how to tell him that after the date.
Should
I-
just told him.
Yeah, you should have just told
Because
him.
he was like, he wanted a
Straight
second.
up.
He wanted a second date, but he didn't ask me for my number. So I was like, okay, cool.
Oh, he fucked up there.
I don't have to like
Yeah.
personally tell him that I wasn't interested.
Maybe
Yeah.
it was both ways then. If he didn't ask for your number, I would assume it's both ways.
But
that
he
maybe
wanted a
wasn't-
second
Yeah.
date. So my friend messaged me and she's like, oh, how did you go? Like, he wants your number.
Oh, okay,
He
gotcha.
asked
Perfect
her.
segue
Oh, he-
to this question we had in the chat earlier. Someone wanted to know, so after that first date, what does it take to get that second date? And we can.
That's a
follow
good
up
question.
with- yeah, we can definitely follow up with that right there.
Hey, shout out to Brian David.
Yeah.
Brian David. Shout out, man.
Let's go,
Shout
baby.
out to Brian.
Shout out to
David.
Brian David.
So yeah, who wants to go first? After the first date, what does it take
Yeah.
to get to
What
the
is
second
yeah.
date?
consistency, like show that you're interested. Text me.
Wait.
See,
But this is after the first date or like during the first date?
Yeah, because
During the first date, because during the first date, you already know if you're going to see this guy again. Actually, again, I would argue that a lot of women know that even before they meet with the guy, they know if they're going to sleep with them or not at the end of the
Yeah.
night. But during the first date, while that's going on, you should already know if you're going to see him again or not.
Not necessarily. What if he doesn't live here?
well, that's different. Why are you
That's
even
different.
dating a guy? Why are you even going on a date with him if he's
Like,
like
wasting
in
your time there.
California or
Yeah,
Miami?
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
yeah, you're wasting your time at that point.
Well, no, it's like I don't know if it was a date because,
It's only a date if you make it a date.
well, to me, I don't think it was. It's like, hey,
Okay, so
I'm in
it's not a
town.
date.
Let's go grab some drinks.
Yeah, he's trying to
Yeah.
smash.
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
it is.
obviously that didn't happen
I'm in
because I
town.
went
Yeah.
home. Like, so like he was in town. We met. We only were out drinking for like maybe a couple hours, and then I left.
But he didn't want you to leave. That's what that's.
No, he was gonna go drive back to Austin.
Yeah, he wanted you to
Austin's
be like,
just a
hey,
2-hour drive.
Stay. Yeah, he wanted you to be like, hey, you should stay. Boom, 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 and then it didn't happen that way. That's literally probably what it wanted.
Yeah.
Anybody coming out of their way, they're not just doing that for a friend.
No, he was in town for like a job.
Oh yeah,
not
yeah.
for me.
Yeah, if he's in town for a job, he's literally just trying to smash. That's a red
Oh, you
flag
think
for you
so?
if that's what you. Yeah.
But I didn't get those vibes.
Do I think so? Of course, that's good. He don't want to
You
give you
said it
those
was your
vibes.
But you know
Or-
what?
or who?
You know what? Now that I think about it, he didn't even ask me for my number. Like, he's like, text me when you get home. I was like, okay. Like, I'm supposed to DM you on Instagram. Hey, I'm home.
Yeah, DM would be cool. No, I'm kidding.
Literally. Well, I thought about that today. Because, like, this was last night, right? This was yesterday. Literally.
Oh, okay.
This was literally yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So when he's like, okay, let me know when you get home. And I was like, this fool didn't even
and
ask me for my
In
number.
Fact, hey, in fact, well, here. Oh, you don't have his number?
No,
Oh, I
he
was gonna
said,
say
No.
we should call him and ask him what was his intention. Did he want to smash or not? No, for real, we should ask
He
him.
said-
Like,
Yeah.
DM him and ask, hey, did you want to have sex last night, or were you just like
Put him on the call right
standoffish?
now.
Yeah, like I want to know because
like,
then we can really confirm
but
what I'm saying.
It kind of, I thought about it this morning. I was like, this fool didn't even ask me for my number.
That's
I'm over
crazy.
here telling him I'm home on fucking Instagram DM. I'm just like,
Yeah, I really want to know if this
so
That's crazy.
I was just like, did you make it back to Austin? He's like, yeah, I just woke up. I said, okay, good.
just woke up.
Okay, good. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, that was the end of the convo this morning.
Nice.
Still didn't
Okay.
ask me for my number.
Clarity when he woke up.
Yeah, that probably did. 100% he did. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So what was the question was
I don't forgot.
shit.
Oh, the
Okay.
second date.
Oh yeah, how do you
the
get to the
second
second date? On the first date.
Well, you got to ask the girl for her number. Shit.
That's check one. That's the girl.
yeah.
with
I mean,
the
yes.
number.
So if I'm interested in a second date, I would still text him and I don't know.
What okay, I guess during the first date, are you analyzing during the first date? Are you reading into this guy to basically say, yeah, I'm gonna see him again? So what are some of the things that you look for during that date?
Everything
Like what?
Well, like I said in the beginning, the connection, the vibe, about like what we're talking about, and if I feel like if he's lying or if he's honest, I don't like. Just if the vibe's there, then I'm like, okay, well, he seems like a good guy. He's portraying himself to be like he's on the same level as me, like.
No.
But you know how in the beginning, like, you know, they try to make it seem like they're, and then the true colors come out. But anyways, I don't know. Yeah, like I guess just like if the vibe's there and we're both getting along, we're telling each other like just getting to know each other, or whatever questions like you want to know about me, like ask me anything. I'm gonna be upfront. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm honest. Like I'm an honest person, and that's about it. Just be honest with me too, and if you want to go on a second date, then plan or let me know. We'll plan it out and go from there. But
I would say if y'all are like both on the same page, like mentally, like if y'all both want a relationship and, you know.
But if they're like, oh, well, let's catch some drinks or I don't know, like.
Well,
or
actually,
let's go to the club. I'm
well,
gonna
I don't
be
know about the
like,
club. No, I
Club
can
as
agree
a
with
first
that.
date?
Club is
Guys
crazy.
do that?
Club is
Guys take
crazy.
you on a first date to the
No,
club?
like second or meet me here at this bar. That
Well,
right
well,
there
well, hold
already
on.
kind of gives me like, okay, he just wants to
all
go
they
have.
did.
Not really.
Stick
No,
right
hold
there.
up, because I'm gonna break this. Hold on.
What?
I'm gonna break this one down. I'm gonna break this one down
Not you.
because look, I actually taking someone out to dinner on the first date is too intimate. There is awkward eating in front of one another. Like it's just
First
you can't
meeting,
talk. You can't talk shit.
That's what the guy said yesterday.
It's true.
Because I
It's
asked him,
true.
I was like, because he said we can get ice cream, coffee, and I was like, well, I don't drink coffee, so. And then
Well, coffee
he
date
said-
is good.
he
You know
said
why?
Drinks.
Coffee date is
And
good.
No, I personally thought this man was being cheap.
No. That's crazy. Coffee date. Coffee date. Hold on. Coffee date is good because if it doesn't work out, hey, nice to meet you. I didn't spend that much money. It's not being cheap. It's not being cheap.
It's just being
Because
smarter.
it's being smart. Yeah, because if you're out dating, right? If you're a dude out dating, you have to kind of, what I'm saying? You have to know how to navigate yourself, right? Because if you're taking out a girl every single time to Perry Steakhouse or Komodo and all that shit,
Or Olive
it ain't-
Garden.
no, that shit. Komodo's great. So Komodo, SDK, all that. Like, hey, like I already know what I'm gonna spend, right? Look, and this happened a few months ago, but I took out a girl. You know how much I spent the first date? I spent $700 to $800 the first date.
No, I ain't doing
That's
it.
crazy.
I
And
ain't
I was
doing
like, no,
it.
I can't do this every
ain't
fucking
doing it.
weekend.
That's
That's crazy.
She's like, I
So-
never had that. Yeah, that's overkill right there. I ain't doing
So
it.
then I went, you know what I did? I was, you know what? Dinner is too intimate. Let's go and have drinks. If it doesn't work out after drinks, it doesn't mean I'm trying to sleep with you. That's not what it means for me. You know what I'm saying? If it goes well and we can set up a second date, okay, now I'm thinking about dinner because I was able to
You're
feel you
interested.
out. I was able to feel you out. And if you and I, like I said, we connect in some kind of way, okay, then the second date should be dinner. It's worth my time. It's
Okay,
worth,
that's,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what he was explaining.
Yeah.
That's what he was explaining because we talked about it, right?
Yeah.
Like why coffee or why ice cream, you know? Because I was personally, I wanted to know, was like, is this man just being cheap or what?
Nah,
And so
like
he said
that.
the same thing. He said, yeah, like he can feel the vibe more when it's like less intimate, like dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
So do
I
you,
would say-
do you
I
still
would
think he was
s-
trying to sleep with me?
Yeah, I would say he's still starting to sleep.
Okay, if he told her that straight up, I don't know. I think if you would have told him, hey, come back to my place, 100% is locked in, he's in. But if you know what I'm saying, for him not to ask for your number though, he fucked up there. You know what I'm saying? Because he should have locked that in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would still say I would say he's trying to smash. He just don't know what he's doing correctly.
So, okay.
For sure. 'Cause I only say that because he's coming from Austin. If he was from the Dallas
Yeah,
area,
but
then
he
I'd
was
be
here
like,
for
okay,
work,
he's
though. He
making
was here for
natural-
work.
Exactly. Yeah, you're here for work, so you're just
Yeah.
trying to have a good time.
Oh yeah.
So, like I said, that's why I would say that. I would argue that drinks would probably be a little too intimate for the first date.
No.
Yes, because I feel
No,
like
absolutely
one,
not.
one or the other gets drunk, and then
There you go,
one
see?
person's
That's
like,
cool.
Hey, bro, but the thing is I feel like when you drink, say you get 2 shots in and you're having this conversation with this girl and this guy that you're attracted to, now the lust is on another fucking level. Now you're way more
Exactly.
intimate
Yeah.
than you would want to even be. Now
You'd
you're like,
be
damn,
surprised though.
Exactly.
I can start seeing my life with you. I could da-da-da-da. Like,
Nah,
yo,
no, that's crazy. That's
the
crazy. That's
alcohol
crazy.
is talking, and you gotta
Yeah.
dumb it down. That's why I'm like, yo, no alcohol is better.
another
'Cause
shot?
now this is what we
The
really
real-
both
the
feel
real,
like, what we're both
um,
feeling like, bro. Because if I have a couple shots in, yeah, everybody starts looking good. You
No,
look-
no,
come
no.
on, T-Pain.
No,
Come on, man.
no. Hold on, because
I
look,
think that's
you-
right though, because I
No.
had 2 margaritas.
You
and
have
I felt
to-
like I was like, I think I'm feeling him more than I ever like.
See,
but you
No.
have to. No.
And
Hold
so I
on.
was like, maybe I'm feeling him a little too much, like because the drink was like
2 more
getting to
marks,
me.
and he would have been locked in, close friends,
Two more
bro.
marks.
Oh
He
yeah,
would've
close
been
friends,
in
close
my
friends.
He would've been
Yeah,
locked in on the
yeah. Nah, 100%. But nah, man, you gotta be able to control that too, right? If you agree to drinks, you gotta know your limit too. You
No, you're
can't
right.
you can't
For sure.
surpass that. You know what I'm saying? Would you like another drink?
Yeah, that's
As you asked for another drink,
oh my.
No, I'm saying would you? Would you,
you said you gotta able to control it. Would you like another
would you like
drink?
another drink? Yeah. You have to know your limit.
Well, it
you
was
know
a
what I'm
Wednesday
saying?
night. Come on, like I wasn't gonna go hard in the paint.
Yeah, it was like 2-3 shots. Okay, like you said, 2 margaritas. That's probably
That's
probably
all,
pretty
yeah.
good. And even at that point, you were already starting to low key feel him. So that's what I'm saying. Where he was going was what he wanted.
Yeah. I can
That's
see
what
that
he
now.
wanted,
I can see
yeah.
that now. Now, okay, let me ask you this: should the man always pay for the first date, and is it a deal breaker if he asks you to split the bill?
Here, let me give you a scenario. I seen something. I had sent it to y'all yesterday. A guy took a woman out on the first date. He gets the check, starts looking at it, and he's like, actually, I think you should get the drinks, and I'll get everything else. And then she was like, actually, I'll just get what I got, and then we can just split it. And he was completely fine with that. He was. How do y'all feel about that?
So this is like for actually first meeting each other.
Yeah, first time.
First time meeting. I wouldn't really mind it. Like me, I mean, I don't know. It's like I wouldn't get mad about it. I'd just be like, okay, cool.
Would you see him again, second time?
If I'm like the vibe was there, the connection, and like we're both interested, and he's still like wanting that second date, or he's showing me, oh, he's interested, and he's consistent and stuff, I wouldn't really mind it.
Okay, so someone in the chat asked, how much would a guy need to spend on a date?
What's the minimum?
Yeah, like how much would a guy need to spend on a date? And I think this is a question directed for the women.
Oh yeah, because
Like as far as like going out to,
Nah, that was crazy.
Coffee, you know, a coffee date is cheap, right? But,
$20.
You know, I mean, hey, the coffee date. You know, but sunsets are free.
But you can bail.
sunsets are free.
Sunsets
Hey, I
are
like
free.
that. Sunsets are for me, man. Sunsets are for me. I'm taking the sunset all day. First date.
Do you guys have like a range, maybe like a minimum? Do you think that a man should spend on the first date?
$20?
20.
no, like I said, it doesn't really matter the place.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be like STK, Komodo, or Moxie's with like a high class.
Hey, Moxie's cool.
It doesn't really have to be that, but at least somewhere decent. I don't know, like.
All right, what's an ideal first date for both of y'all then? Ideal first date. Where would you want a man to take you? How would you want it to go? And etc.
Not Dave's hot chicken.
Not Dave. Yo, Dave's hot chicken is cracked though. No, it's good.
Not for a first date. Not for
Someone,
yeah.
no, I'm saying that
So
because
where's
someone's
it?
taken me there before.
Oh, for
Really?
On the first?
But to me, I felt like that wasn't a date. But he said it was a date. And
It's only a
And
date.
then
If,
he-
So how did
it's
it
only a
go?
date if the woman thinks it's a date, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Unless the guy clarifies, hey, let me take you out on a date. I literally clarify that with any girl. I'll be like, if I want to take her on a date, I'm gonna say, let me take you out on a date. Otherwise, I'm gonna be like, hey, let's just hang out.
Yeah.
That's literally the two. That's what I'm saying. Y'all put yourselves in these positions by not seeing through the red flags. If a guy if he's like, hey, let's hang out, but he's never telling you, let me take you out on a date or whatever it is, that's the red flag right there that you want to see. You're just not reading through it. You're just like, oh, he looks good. I'm just gonna play along. Whatever it is. Y'all like to do that all the time, but a lot of the fault goes back on y'all by not seeing the red flags. Like you said, you've been in this situation for, let's say, a year and a half. You've seen the red flags, but you're like, it don't matter. It's okay. I'm still single. It doesn't matter. Fuck that red flag. And then you just stayed with it. Now it's a year and a half later. Is it wasted time, or did you actually learn, hey, I'm learning all the red flags?
So Brian had a comment and he said that.
Thank
Nah,
you.
bowling's trash.
So no.
Hey, yeah, my hands are hurting.
I'm kidding, bro.
Brian said that when him and Sierra went on their first date, Sierra offered to pay, and that upped his interest.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
he was genuine about it.
Yeah.
But as a man, he turned it down and he paid willingly because she was down and he was there for the free ride.
I
How do
would
you feel
say-
about that.
I feel, hey, Brian,
Brian, that's
you
cool.
got a good one, my boy.
Brian, that hell yeah, for sure. That with good intention.
Yep.
But here's the thing. Now, I would actually say that if a girl was to say, "No, look, let's split it," I wouldn't. If she's offering to pay for the whole thing, it's like, "Hey, look, let's say I took care of dinner, and then we're going out to some lounges downtown or whatever, speakeasies and all that." She's like, "Hey, I got this round." That's cool.
Yeah.
For me, that's cool. But if a girl during dinner tells me, "Let's split the bill," she sees me as a friend.
No, I would
I think so.
argue that
She sees
bro.
me as a friend.
I would flip it to an extent. See, and this is where we as men have to play our part as well. If a girl says that and she wants to pay for it, I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. I'll let you take this one. I'll take the second date. And if she's like kind of standoffish or
Okay.
whatever it is, now I know, hey, I am gonna let you pay, and now I know there's no second date. Cool. I'm gonna let you take this. That's where I would be at it. I would be like,
No,
'cause
I get it.
if she says yeah, then that means it's my obligation for the next date. I'm
Yeah.
gonna pay for it as the man. Like, all right, cool. I'm gonna let you have it. Now I know. I might want to take you serious now because I could see your mindset's on another level. If I wanted to take this girl serious, whatever it is, yeah, that's where I would do it. I would be like, yeah, I'll pay for the second one. You pay for the first one. Whatever. That to me is like showing, like you said, that gives us the interest that you want something more than what it needs to be.
But I see where you're coming from
Yeah.
too, because it's like if I let him pay, then he's just gonna like feel like I owe him something.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And if you're not interested, you're like, no, I got my
Of
part.
course. Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, there's times where I've paid for the whole night and I didn't see homegirl the second time. That's fine. It's cool.
Happens all the
I
time.
can expect that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like for me to pay for the whole first date, whatever we do that night, I feel like it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like you trust me enough to lead you through this whole experience. Let me take care of it. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you offer me like, let me split the bill during dinner and all that, like,
Split the bill. Yeah, you want me as a friend. But
Yeah,
if she wants to
100%.
pay the whole bill, I think it's different. I think
Yeah,
she wants
yeah.
more than just you're my friend. Because girls ain't paying just for their friends like that. None of my friends are like that. That are
I'll
girls.
tell you
They're not
something.
like
I'll tell you
that at
something.
all.
Little pro tip for whoever's watching. Whenever you get the bill, right?
to
Whether
me,
you're
Kevin. Tell me.
whether you're going out to dinner, whatever the case is, never look at the bill. Never look at the bill. Just drop your card right in the little folder that they give you, right where your bill is at, and just give it right back.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at the number. There's a reason why you're out. There's a reason you shouldn't be dating if you can't afford to go out. 100%. Don't cheap out on the date.
Facts.
That's why I think the minimum going to whoever asked it. I'm not sure who asked it, but the minimum should be at least 200 for the night. Expect
Minimum?
100%.
Well, you said
Expect.
not Dave's Hot Chicken.
Yeah, you said Dave's Hot Chicken. No, expect to spend at least 200 or more, right? Because
the
you're
first
not
date?
for the first date,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Yeah.
But you just said the
Yeah,
coffee
I
date was
really
okay.
The coffee date is
It
good.
depends. It depends. Like if
Sunsets is where we're going. my
Sunsets
boy.
is crazy. It's
Meet me at
free.
The sunset.
Yeah. Don't cheap out on the date. You know what I'm saying? If you can't afford it, don't date. Just level up, do what you got to do because you might not get that second date anyway. So don't be out spending more than you can afford. You know what I'm saying? And so
But you said 200 minimum.
200 minimum.
That's my boy right here. 200,
200 minimum.
right here. 200 minimum.
At least expect that. I don't know, because if you're going to have dinner, even if you cheap out on dinner, you know what I'm saying? Even if you say, let's go get ramen. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get, you know what I'm saying?
ramen
Let's go
is
get,
the key to
it's
a lot of
good.
girls' hearts,
A lot
my
of girls
boy.
are about it. You know what I'm
Ramen,
saying?
but girls
Let's go get
love
ramen. But you're not going to end the date there. More than likely, you're going to end up going to get drinks somewhere else. That's how it usually goes. So at least expect that, right? I think that's minimum.
Hey, Roger, we got any questions?
Yeah. Another question. It says, would you take a walk in the park as a date, or would that give off creep vibes?
That's a hard one. A walk on the park.
A walk on the park, yeah.
And this Texas
Katy
heat-
Trail.
Ooh. Yeah, he gets to see the real you. No makeup, no nothing. You're gonna be sweating.
Katy Trail.
I don't know if Nancy's saying Katy Trail. Like,
Yeah, the Katy Trail nice. The Katy Trail nice.
Trinity River, dog.
No, don't go to the Trinity River.
Yeah.
Yeah. I end up in it.
Or would you?
I don't know. Ashley, didn't you go on a second date to the what?
Oh, well, I want to hear this. Yeah, let's.
You
hear
went
this. I wanna
to-
hear this.
It was a second date. Ashley went on a second date.
Yeah, let's. I want to hear this. Go ahead. You
How
went
did-
on a second date. Where? Explain this.
I went on a second date with, we call him Bubble Dude.
Bumble dude?
Never give the actual guy's name out. Like,
Just like we got Hulk Hogan and everything. You know what I'm saying?
That, yeah.
So we went in the morning because, Texas heat gets pretty hot. We had brunch and then we ended up drinking some mimosas. We started walking and then we found like some live music and started like drinking some more mimosas. And then,
In the heat, that sounds crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, he trying to keep you
Yeah,
intoxicated.
yeah.
Kind of like, I only had 2 mimosas. It
And
wasn't
talk-
like crazy, but it was like got it done at the beginning of the day, and you can do the rest of your.
How did that make you feel?
It was interesting because I haven't been on a date at a park in like a long time.
Yeah. Hey, girls love older guys, my boy. It's gonna be a while for you.
You got to be 35, bro.
Yeah, you got to be 35.
Turn 35 already.
35 to have a chance nowadays. And yeah, I don't know. It might change. Oh, younger.
So, okay. What?
That's too young. Hey, 19, he's not in the room. 19, he's not in the room.
Good to know.
So walk in the park is cool.
Cancer
Is that what y'all
babies.
saying?
To Ashley, it was cool.
To Ashley. But to you-
I wouldn't. No.
Nah, right? It's true.
What about the gym as a first date?
That's crazy.
Like
too.
a
Not a
work-
date.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not a
not
date?
really a date.
Nah.
Like working out, getting a workout together. No.
Hey,
I
you can
wouldn't.
spot you during your
I
squats.
spot you.
Yeah,
during
yeah,
the
yeah,
squats.
No, you can't even talk to each other.
Nah, he'd be too distracted. He'd be
Yeah.
too-
Yeah, no, you're right. It's so hard working out with
Yeah.
girls just in general because like they can't
It's
just
a
keep up with you.
distraction.
No, I don't even think it's a distraction. It's more they can't keep up with you. I'm not even saying it bad, bro. They just can't keep up with you. Like, because as men, we can handle a lot more weight. We can handle a lot more
Yeah, because
intensity.
we all do different workout.
Mhm.
Like,
So it's just like, but if y'all want to, build a booty, come talk to David. I'll help you build a booty. Meet me at the gym. I'm just playing.
Build your
But
goals.
yeah, meet me on my leg days.
mine's
funny
getting
story.
there. Mine's.
So I know this guy, right? And I'm not gonna say his name, but he went to go work out with someone who does, they're heavy on the squats and all that. And he doesn't really do squats. He's more of an upper body kind of guy. Long story short, like, my homegirl was like, "Oh my god, bro, I cannot go to the gym with him. He cannot keep up." And it was crazy because all they were doing were leg workouts.
Oh goodness, that's how it goes though. But this girl's more of a beginner, so like,
Yeah.
she don't really know what she's doing. So yeah, that actually makes sense. Most girls do have really good intense workouts. For
Oh,
their
yeah,
butt,
yeah.
For the legs.
Legs, glutes.
When it comes to arms, that's a no.
All right, let me pivot this conversation a little bit. How long would you make a man wait before you sleep with him?
That's a good question. It's about to get hot in here. I'm already sweating. No, I'm just playing.
When I was 19, I wanted to do
just
things right.
Okay.
So I made him wait like 4 months.
4 months. Oh, but you were okay. I get it. 19.
But I was 19.
Said
Yeah.
He was like,
right now.
Okay,
was like
now though.
23.
Now, let's talk about now though. How long would you make him
As
wait?
of right now.
2024.
I don't know. Now, to be honest, it is what it is.
That
this point, it don't even-
if she's feeling you, it's gonna happen.
So if homeboy would
Yeah.
ask for your number last night, second day is going down. Is that what you're saying?
Probably.
It might have
Okay.
happened last night.
That's
If
cool.
he would have asked my number, yeah.
So, but was
That's
he
cool.
cute?
But
So
he
was he
didn't.
cute?
His
Was he your
last-
Yeah.
style? What was it?
Yes, he was attractive. He was tall. We have the same career interests.
Mm.
He's a model, actor as well. So like,
Oh, so
there
you
was
guys,
a lot for us
yeah.
to dig in.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah, he was
if
tryna
he would have
dig.
asked me for my number, then probably I would have laid it on him the second date.
Damn.
Okay.
He done missed.
Damn.
But he didn't.
He missed
so-
All he had to do was ask
Missed
for the
out.
number. All he had to do was ask for the number.
What about you?
Wait, real quick.
Okay.
How old was he?
He was 33.
Oh, so
Oh,
he's-
okay, so
that's
yeah.
What you want. See,
Exactly.
that's more
Yeah.
what you
It's
want.
like,
Okay.
it all like,
Is the attraction?
That's
Yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
what you wanted.
yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, finally, someone that's actually older than me.
Yeah.
That's good. What about
It's
you?
not good because
What was the
How long would you make a man wait before you sleep with him?
It depends. Like I don't. If I'm like if we're both like interested, we're on the same page. Like he's trying to be serious. We've been on more than 2 dates, and I don't know.
So it's the
That's
third
a
date.
lot- That's a lot to go into. That's like 2-3 months worth of waiting. Just about.
Typically though,
So that's long to you. That's too long.
I didn't
So
say that
where
was too
you'd
long.
be
I'm
like-
just asking. I'm going off of
Okay.
what you're saying right
So
there.
what is too long for y'all to wait until y'all decide? Okay, well, she's not giving it up. She's making me wait too long.
I think the
I'ma cut her
third
off.
date. I think the third date's like the sweet spot.
Yeah.
If it's after that, then it's like,
You
what are
can
we
tell
really
it's
doing?
Like, where are we going?
Yeah.
Okay, so after that, does this like, does that determine if y'all still want to continue dating her or if you want to cut her off after y'all that happens?
I would actually say that if I'm dating someone and it's a third date and we still haven't passed that part, right? Because a lot of people would say, well, if you sleep with someone, it can either intensify the attraction, or generally you want to know if this person is good or not, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you kind of want
for
to know
sure,
if
for
it's
sure,
good. If it's
for
not good,
sure.
then
I know
hey.
girls, especially
You know
in
what
the
I'm
guys,
saying?
same way as guys. If we see you look
Oh,
really
100%.
good, and then we get into that position and it's like trash, we're like, oh, I'm not even trying to even.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the same
yeah.
thing for girls. You would think, oh, he looks real good, physique looks good, boom, 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 and then you get there and you're just like, this was horrible.
Yeah.
Why would I stay around for
Exactly. Like no, 100%.
this? Yeah, and, you're like,
100%.
and girls like to be like, they like to cover up for guys and be like, oh, I can teach him. You cannot teach this
No,
man
you
nothing.
can't.
Like, stop
No.
it. The only thing that teaches this man is more women, is more experience. Because then all y'all women are completely different. So if he can please multiple women, you should know he's going to be able to please you. So if you get with him and he's not pleasing,
if you were if I don't sleep with a girl within the third date, you have to be showing me something along the way, in the sense that you are attracted to me, some kind of affection, and saying, okay,
Yeah.
maybe not the third date, but maybe the fourth date, maybe the fifth date. But after that, it's like, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what you're about. You know what I'm saying? And if it's good, this is going somewhere. If it's not, I don't know, man. I might just straight up tell you, hey, look.
It's
I'm saying I'm dating someone else. I'm talking to someone else. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back in my rotation phase. Yeah, no, 100%. And so I think it's important. For a lot of people, sleeping with one another or sex is important. It really is.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I know two
I feel like
friends right now that have been with their person. They had sex on the first date, and they've been together for 5+ years now.
Yeah, we
Both
don't.
of-
We,
I know two friends.
we don't view. I personally, I don't view a woman as a quote unquote hoe if she sleeps with me the first night. You know what I'm saying? To me, it tells me that she felt comfortable enough with me and she trusted me to, if she invites me back to her place, she trusted me to bring me into her safe place, which is her place, right? That's her safe place. That's her, you know what I'm saying? And if for me to enter her place is telling me she trusts me enough. She, you know what I'm saying? She feels comfortable with me and all that. And the date went great. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see it any kind of way of like, oh, I'm going to stop talking to this girl because she gave it up the first night. No, fuck all that. Like, we're going on that second date.
Yep.
If it went well, to me, sleeping with her on the first night doesn't matter. It matters in the sense that we had intimacy is great. You have intimate sex with someone, right? And a girl, and you feel it, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? There's that spark. You feel it. Okay, cool. We're going out the second time.
So unless it was bad.
If it was bad,
and
then it's like,
See you later. See you
if
later.
it was bad, I don't know. I mean, I'd give it a second go, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'd give it a second go.
But after that second go, there's probably no more
Yeah,
coming.
yeah,
Even
no,
after
there ain't
the
no way we're
first
coming
one,
that.
After the first one, I can tell
I
it's
don't
not
going.
going.
expect too much because I actually like to take the lead, but that's a whole different conversation. I don't expect much, but at least show some affection and
Okay.
affection in the
Question.
process. Yeah, go ahead.
What does it say about a girl if you, so say you met on a dating app or you match or like, and then y'all been going hard, flirting for 3 days, and then she drives 45 minutes to go to your apartment at 9 p.m. And then she was only there for an hour and you already had sex.
That's good.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's perfect.
She
That's
made the
cool.
effort.
That's
She made the
perfect.
effort.
Yeah, she made
No,
the effort.
no,
She
I'll be-
literally drove
She made the effort.
I was like,
No.
45 minutes is like, yeah, you really wanted it.
Hell yeah, yeah,
that's-
hell yeah.
I'm
She's all about
really-
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you a little bit more serious now.
But
Yeah,
y'all never, that's the first time, that's the first encounter.
okay. So let me.
It depends on our conversations in between that point too. If a lot of the conversations are kind of just like hearsay conversations, then I know what you came here for, and I'm gonna give you what you want. If
Yeah.
I know it's on another level, like the conversations we're having are deeper level, then I kind of know what you also still want. So it all just depends on you as a woman and what conversations you're bringing.
Yeah.
Like we can tell what you
Yeah,
want.
because we don't, we don't just go straight into it. I mean, we'll hang out for a little bit, listen to some music, talk some
Yeah,
shit.
like, yeah, let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Any of those times where you knew what you were going over there for, you always just, how was your day?
Yeah,
Oh, it was
yeah, it's
this.
like the
Oh, it was
opening,
long,
like,
da, da,
yeah.
da, da, and then boom, you just lean over and you get started. Like, we already know you know what it is before you get there. And then
Yeah.
if the conversation goes a little bit deeper, then you know that y'all's intimacy is like deeper than that, than
Yeah.
where you want it to be. I think it just depends. But I would like to push back a little bit because I feel like that goes back to girls, like on the first date. Like I tell a lot of people in general is like, if you're trying to take somebody serious and you're taking them on a date, the first date to me is where you literally need to lay it all out. And y'all would be like,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
let me push back and be like, no, I can't lay everything out. But no, you would need to lay it out because now we can avoid the second, the third, the fourth, fifth date because now I know what you want from the very beginning.
Well, it depends,
That's why.
I feel like.
Well, yeah, you're right because guys have to do their part in telling you, hey, I'm not looking for something serious, or hey, I am looking for something serious, whatever the case may be. But that's when it comes back to y'all women saying, hey, this is what I want. What do you really want? And then you just got to see through the red flags. Is he lying? Is he not lying? Is he just trying to persuade me to get me to feel a certain way so I can allow him to come in? What is it? That comes back to y'all. But that's both ends being transparent. Hey, what do we want from this situation? Yeah, I'm attracted to you. Yeah, you're attracted to me. But are we trying to take each other serious, or are we just trying to smash? That's where it has to go. It has to go both ways. So if you are a girl that's trying to look for a relationship and you want a man, the first date is where it has to go down. Those uncomfortable conversations. How many kids do you have? Okay, how many more do you want? Do you want any more kids? Etc. Like right here at your point, you're 35, you got 3 kids. Would you want to get with a man that wants another kid? It'd be hard, right? Because you're like, I don't know if my body can take it. I'm getting older. I don't know what's going to happen. Complications. You'd be like, I'm kind of done, right? That's what kind of maybe how you feel, like I'm done. But if you would get with a man and he's like, I'm willing to take you on, but I think I want to have another kid with you, then you're probably going to do it, right? Because this is the guy you're like, oh, he's taking me serious now, and I could see that. So I want to give him what he wants. So it's really just finding the hard conversations that people want to avoid all the time. But that is where you get to the second, third, fourth date or whatever it is. But even then, dumbing it down to the very beginning, if you just say, hey, I'm just trying to hook up or whatever it is, you can still go on 2, 3, 4 dates and still know, hey, we're just hooking up, having a good time, enjoying each other's company, etc.
I think it kind of depends what you're mentioning.
What do you mean?
Like, because you know how I had a situationship, but in that situationship, like, I still went on dates. Like, I tried to
Like
lure away from the situationship.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a point in time where I did tell the date about the situationship, and then my guy friend was like, you gave him too much information on the first date.
I think.
Wait, was that guy friend a guy or a girl? I mean, was that friend a guy or a girl?
It was a guy.
To an extent, because then that could he would almost categorize you.
The homie was playing the white knight in that situation.
Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
Basically, it was trying to. It's almost what y'all girls do. Oh, don't talk to him, and then goes around and talks to him. So basically, it's almost that same scenario where he'd be like, "Hey, yeah, don't talk to that guy," so he can slide his way in.
He can slide his way in. A lot of guys have.
You would think that, but the guys that you would think that you wouldn't want to talk to are the ones that want to talk to you, and you just don't even realize it because you're not even looking his way. Because, like you said, you're not attracted to him, or you don't ever the way he talks to you, it's not appealing. So you're just not even looking his way. But those are a lot of the times the guys that actually want to talk to you. Y'all just don't want to look their way.
They play that deceiving role of being that guy friend or that, you know what I'm saying, that best friend type of deal. But as soon as you break up with your partner, they're like, oh, I'm here for you. What's up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of the cases. That's what it is. Now, obviously, you don't understand his true intentions, but yeah, going to his question is, I think everyone has to be. We live in a better world if everyone was intentional. Be intentional. Be straightforward with what you want. As a man, be transparent. If you tell her, hey, look, I don't want anything serious, and then she tells you, hey, this ain't for me. I want something serious. Cool, man. Move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta lie your way into trying to sleep with her.
And that's from the very
beginning. From the very beginning.
Not 3-4 dates in. That's at the very beginning. So we're not wasting nobody's time. You're not wasting my time going to go get more women, and I'm not wasting your time trying to find your match.
Exactly.
It's saving time on both ends by just being intentional and transparent. But a lot of guys, they don't get to talk to women. So when they finally get in that situation, they just do what they need to get where they're trying to get, if that makes sense. They just not lie it up, but they'll persuade, they'll do things, do that, won't say this, won't mention that, just so they can come off as that good guy. Then you allow them to get in, and then they just dip. But that it comes back to y'all seeing the red flags. And are y'all willing to cut somebody off when you see the red flags? Like you said, with this situationship, I would argue you should have just cut the situationship off before you were trying to take another guy even serious. Like, that would be more respectable from a man's point of view. Like, hey, I just got out of a situationship of 6 months because I want to try to take a man serious. And now he knows, hey, like, okay, she's cutting everybody off because she's looking for something serious. Now I know I'm not dealing with somebody that's dealing with somebody else at the same time. Because the intention isn't really pure at that point. You're just looking for something better than what you have at the current moment. Which is, we do this all the time. It's just human nature. We won't move on to the next situationship or the next boyfriend or whatever because the next situation isn't better than what we already have. It's the same thing with women. Like, if they're gonna cheat in that marriage, it's because he's not giving you the attention, the affection, the communication, the emotion. One of those things is lacking, and she's looking for it somewhere else. So that's why, back to what he said, it would be worse if a woman cheats than a man. Because she's literally looking for something else that she maybe hasn't asked him to provide yet, or he's not changing, or whatever the case may be. And because it's so easy for y'all. It's so easy for y'all just to be like, trying to have sex. Yeah. Literally, it's that simple. It's going to happen. Like I said, you could DM 5 guys, 10 guys right now, and they're all saying yes. Guarantee
I'm just going to ask that, though.
Yeah, no, that's the point. No, see, but that's the point. Guys, even if we ask that, you're like, no. Right? But if y'all ask it, it's like, yeah, when? This weekend? All right, cool. I'm making time. I'm calling off work. We making shit happen.
Yeah, that's why when, like, whenever you ask, so what is it that you're looking for? That's always that magical question, right? What is it that you're looking for?
Everybody gets nervous.
And you should be you should be asking that, right? Because you should understand a man's intention. Now, if he's feeding you bullshit, you should be able to screen that and say, nah, like, something about him, he's lying. I can tell. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I go out with women. Like I read body language. I listen to a certain tone of voice, certain questions that I ask, things like that. And that's how I can tell and judge a little bit about, you know, what her intention is, you know, and if, you know what I'm saying, if she tells me, hey, look, I'm serious, like I want something serious, cool. And then throughout the night, like she's giving me a different vibe where it's like now a little bit more intimate and all that. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I know where it's going.
Yep.
So you got to be upfront, right? And the guy, importantly, again, I don't blame women for acting this way because a lot of guys aren't intentional. They hold back on a lot of things and they're deceiving. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of guys don't move the right way. Now let me ask you, who do you think is more judged, a man or woman, for being sexually active?
A woman.
A woman.
I like that question. That's a good question.
Okay. Why do you think that?
I would argue back on that, bro. Girls give us so much shit for having 100 bodies, 50 bodies, 70 bodies. Yo.
Yeah.
They give us so
Y'all,
much shit.
when
for
y'all
that.
get mad, or well, when not y'all, but like when men get mad or they find out like guys are messaging or we're all of a sudden a hoe, a slut, like all of the above, or you know every bad name in the book.
That is a little bit insecure, though. Like, if you're messaging back the men that are messaging you, that's different because now you're giving those other men the attention that they're desiring from you. But if you just say, hey, I'm gonna leave them on red, or I'm gonna ignore, or tell them I have a husband or a boyfriend, then that's cool. No man should get mad at you for doing that. And if they get mad at you for doing that, then yeah, they're insecure. And that's something they have to internally deal with on their own. That's not like you as a woman. That's literally them if you're doing what you need to do on your end, which is ignoring them, leaving them on red, and just telling them, hey, I have a husband, boyfriend, whatever the case is, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
If the man persists and you allow him to come in, that's on you as a woman. That's not on the man at all. Men are going to do it regardless. It's just a matter of, are you going to give in or not? And a lot of women like to give in nowadays. They just like to give in.
So why do you think women are judged more for being sexually active, though? What do you think?
Because we're women.
No, because it comes real easy for y'all.
That and
I don't know why y'all say that though.
I feel it's
I
easy
thi-
for
Why do you think it's so
I
easy
think
for us?
honestly-
Like we think it's easy
No,
for y'all, and y'all think it's easy
I
for
would-
us.
I would-
we don't just be out here having like
no,
No,
for
we
sure,
didn't
for
say
sure,
y'all,
The
we're
first
saying
guy-
No.
in general.
for sure. I would
Yeah.
say that women have to protect their value, right? And the way of protecting your value is to make sure that you're not just sleeping around, right? Because a lot of the times, like a man's concern, not everyone, personally, not me, but now the way the world is moving and all that, like a man's concern is, what is your body count? Is it higher than 10? Is it higher than 20? And you can judge a woman based off of their body count, which sounds crazy, but you can, right? Does she value herself? Women have to protect their value, whereas men have to build their value. And that's why, again, I would argue and say that for a man to have a higher body count is a little bit more impressive than a woman having a high body count, because a man has to work for it. So it's almost like a rewarding thing. It sounds crazy, I know, but that's how the the general view is nowadays, is that if a guy has a higher body count, comes with experience. A woman does not want to be with a guy who doesn't have experience. You don't want to teach a guy how to, how to do his thing. But at the same time, men view women who have a high body count as like, you have no value. You just sleep with whoever you want. There's no standards. You know what I'm saying? Again, it goes back to women will sleep with guys who they're attracted to. We don't necessarily, I mean, we'll be attracted to a woman. Every guy has their own standard. I have standards of myself. I won't just sleep with anybody. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I find a woman attractive, cool. You know what I'm saying? It happens. But women just won't sleep with just anybody. So if you're sleeping around, then that means that you really don't have any standards and you don't value yourself. So, yeah, that kind of, I agree with you as well, that women are judged more
For sure.
of being sexually active.
Yes, for sure. I would
Yeah.
say that.
All right.
Are we ready to take one more and then we wrap it up?
One more? Is that? Oh, it's 9 already. Shit. Okay.
That was quick.
That was quick.
It was only quick because they showed up late. I'm just joking.
Nah, you know what?
I'm just
Let's yeah, you know what? Do you have a question?
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay.
You got one more.
You know what? This may actually sound okay. Happy wife, happy life or happy king, happy kingdom? What do you think is more important? Sounds crazy, I know, but
No, that's a hard one.
I feel like
to keep a relationship intact, what do you think is more important?
they both, a man and woman should both be happy.
But we have
But-
to choose.
I feel like if women aren't happy, some of them do settle.
Some of them do settle. Okay.
I would argue that settling is probably better for a lot of women.
Yeah, it is.
But why would you settle if you're not happy? Well, there's a lot of factors. Like the man could be the breadwinner.
A lot of the times,
She's
the man should be the breadwinner.
mom. She's a stay-at-home mom. She don't have a job,
Yeah.
so she has to
So
take care of the kids. But then you're not happy.
But why? I think that
Yeah.
comes back to her is why she's not happy.
yeah,
Because men and women in a relationship are both have different things that they need to do. Like, for instance, a man would need to, let's say he's the breadwinner, then he's going to change your tire when you need it, work on whatever needs to be worked on in the house, the fence, the yard. He's going to do all the extra stuff. What are you going to do? Right? As a woman, it's like, take care of the kids, wash your
Cook,
laundry,
clean.
cook, clean. He's doing his part. You do your part, and it should be both y'all should be happy individually before y'all even get with each other. It shouldn't be, oh, he makes me happy. No, he shouldn't make you happy, because now if he makes you happy and he leaves, now you're gonna be
Exactly.
miserable. Like, that's not what you want. You should be independently happy and then go together as it should be, and then you do your part as a woman. And if he's in that 1% and he's making all this money, then yeah, you should just do your part.
yeah. It doesn't come easy to be part of that 1%, right? I mean, this guy has to have all kinds of amounts of stress, right?
We're talking about the height,
Yeah.
the
Money and all that.
physique, the way he treats you. Like,
Yeah.
being that 1% is on a whole nother level of masculinity in a man. So if that's what you're wanting and that's what you're trying to obtain, then it comes with those things. But like, that's why I said, now it's diluting your delusion and lowering your standards to a more acceptable place of where you want to be as a woman from your man.
A lot of girls would say that submissiveness is being a slave. It's not that at all. Being submissive is just trusting in your partner enough that he will lead you, guide you, protect you, provide and all that. But a lot of women see it as like, no, I'm not going to be a slave. That's how you keep a man. It's crazy.
Literally.
That's how you keep a man. It's with respect and status. That's really what it is, right? And so I don't know. I think I read some comments, but I would say happy king, happy kingdom is the way to go, because this guy has to do everything to make sure that you're living a comfortable life. Your job is just to be happy.
I don't know.
Just be
man,
happy.
Virginia Balance said happy wife, happy life.
I know exactly who that
I
is too.
don't know.
Hey,
Maybe there's something to it.
Yeah, nah, I mean,
no, that ain't
nah,
happening.
and I know who wrote that.
That's
I know who wrote
simp
that.
behavior right there. That's some simp behavior.
I know who wrote that, but I know if it was just us guys around in the room, he would say the complete opposite of that.
That's simp behavior.
Yeah.
Right there. I ain't dealing with that. I ain't doing
But
that.
Well, I have a friend that she was working until recently because her boyfriend was like, you don't have to work anymore. Like, I'll take care of it.
yeah,
But she told me, she's like, he gets mad when, like, she says she cleans up around the house, but she said that his clean is a different kind of clean than her clean.
yeah.
So like when he comes home, it's like, she's like, there might be dishes still in the sink,
That would bother me.
but
I'm not
he
gonna lie.
expects the dishes to be clean. But it's like the house is still clean to her, she says.
And
Yeah.
he
So
gets mad.
and he doesn't feel, and she didn't understand why. Like, yeah, he gets mad. Like,
I think
he
she
picked a
would
fight.
just need to adjust to her man.
Yeah.
Adjust to him. Like, if he wants it a certain way, that's where you're supposed to cater, submit to the way he wants it to be done. Like, I'm the type of guy where I'll wash the dishes, but if there's another dish, I'm like, I gotta wash the next one too. I don't want there to be nothing in there.
Yeah.
But that's just me. So whenever you say that, I'm like, yeah, I would want, if you said you wash the dishes and I go look over there, there's 3 or 4 dishes in there, I'm gonna be like, I thought you washed it, but it's cool, I'm gonna let it slide. It's not that big of a deal. I would be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna let it slide. But that's where she would just need to cater to his accommodations of, hey, this is what I think is clean, so maybe do a little bit better.
Don't get me wrong. What I'm trying to say is that don't view this as like just anybody, right? If you're dating some bum, some dude who's not making any kind of moves, no aspiration, nothing like that. Again, that doesn't apply to those dudes. I'm talking about guys who are like made. They're already in their you know what I'm saying, in their phase of building up, they're in their 30s, they know exactly what they want to do and all that, even in their 20s, that's fine. But I'm talking about that area of men who are already established, right? To what he said, right? Adjusting to him. I think that's really that sweet spot. That's the submissiveness. Yeah, it's not being a slave or anything like that. It's just saying, hey, look, you know what I'm saying, I know you go through amounts of stress. I want to be your spiritual support, your emotional support.
Yep.
And that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is.
Yeah, well, she didn't realize like that's what makes him feel appreciated.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the small things for us guys as well.
So with that said, should we take one last shot, end the show?
Yeah, we'll give her a squirt, and then we'll
give her a
last
squirt.
shot.
Let's do that.
Give her
All
her
right.
squirt.
Actually, before we do end it, though, I do want to know, for our guests, what do you guys think of the show?
I liked it. It was fun.
It was fun?
Yeah, I thought it was
Yes.
pretty good as well.
It was
Good
actually a good one.
questions,
Yeah.
Good conversation.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad. Was
Good
it?
advice, like from y'all's perspective, from a man's perspective, and opinions and how y'all think. Like, thank you, you know, and then on our side as well, like, I feel like it's helpful for us women and then for y'all as well.
Yeah,
so.
heck yeah. I like actually having friends that are girls, no, not girlfriends, but friends that are girls.
Yeah.
Just to give me different pointers on women and stuff. And one thing I realized before we let this go,
Yeah.
is that y'all always have the next man lined up without y'all even knowing.
Oh, yeah.
Literally every time. And you're gonna say no. You're gonna say no, but you do. And
Nah,
I
you do,
promise
though.
You always. It could be the
Pull
friend,
up
the
the
cousin,
IG.
whatever it is. that guy that you would have never thought it would have been is always the guy that ends up being every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Women that are married get out of the marriage and they go to the guy that the husband never thought she even was interested.
Oh,
in.
100%.
Every single time.
The milkman.
Yeah, and he was my best friend's cousin. He was my cousin's
damn
best
straight.
friend. It's always somebody like you were saying before. It's the mutual friend. That's always the next person. Always. When I told this to my mom, she didn't even say nothing. She was like, "You're right. You're right. It is always somebody we already seen, somebody we already knew that was around, whatever the case may be. It's always like that. I know you want to say it's not, but I guarantee you it is. I guarantee you it is.
Okay, we'll see.
To end on a good light, though, she's yes.
I got
squirt.
some.
Oh, you got some?
Squirt, you got enough squirt?
Do you want to squirt as
Yeah,
well?
I'm-
Okay. Our sponsor for the night is Squirt.
We're looking for Happy
Quick
Dad.
shout
We
out
need
to,
that Happy Dad sponsor.
Hey, as always, shout out to the producers in the back.
Shout out to the producers.
Woo! Shout out to the guys making it happen in the back. The spectators,
Our
well,
audience member over here with the
yes, for sure.
What
But
is-
but hey, thank you girls for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
No, yeah, thank you for trusting us, and you know, this is a good show, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of people are skeptical, but we don't attack anybody, bro. We don't, you know what I'm saying, this ain't fresh fit.
No, we don't be doing
we don't do none of that.
Keep it modest.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys for checking out another episode of Open Discussions where it gets spicy and hot like a midday summer. We'll see you guys in the next episode of Open Discussions next Thursday.